I'm sorry, y'all. We gonna get into this. What is this chick? Uh, Ressa Tessa. Who? Yeah, Ressa Tessa. Um, yeah, the major CP time, y'all. And y'all ain't even gonna believe I got caught up. Y'all ain't even gonna believe where I got caught up. When I tell y'all where I got caught up, y'all gonna be like, "Girl, you need to quit playing." Y'all, I got hemmed up at the liquor store. Yeah, I got hemmed up at the liquor store. But I'm here and we're gonna get this going. So we're gonna take a look, and this is gonna be raw, real time reaction to this this who the fuck did I marry. But let's see who all in the house, because y'all my people. I love y'all. Take heed. Hey man, how you doing? I appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate the support. Hey Derek. Hey, what did you find on the what new recipes did you find? I'm nosy. I want to know. We got Eric Jordan in the house. What's going on, brother? How you doing? Appreciate you coming through. And we got Culture Invasion Podcast. Hey. Yes, we got Skinny Boy 24. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I have to try to change up. Y'all know, try to keep it fresh around here. Okay, yeah. Listen, because this gonna need something. So I had to throw me something together real quick. I actually found some new stuff, and hopefully I don't. Yeah, I ain't gonna get plastic, but we gonna get into this because time is tight. What'd you find? Spinach puffs with salmon. Say okay. I don't like cooked spinach. I don't know why. It made me gag. I'm gonna be real honest. It made me gag. Listen, take heed. I got glasses everywhere because my prescription really don't change. And like I take full advantage of Zenny. Frames be like $6 and $7, and so I can get a whole pair for like $20, include shipping. So I take full advantage. Full advantage. What's going on, Blaze? It is it's early, but I'm actually late. Because we gotta get into this who the fuck did I marry? And it's 50 parts, but we're not getting through all 50 today. Our goal is to get through the first 25. If we can get to at least 20, we're not gonna stop. If we can't get to 25, we're gonna get to at least 20. But the goal is the first half, and then I'm working on bringing in a co-host for the second half, because I would love to see his reaction, but I ain't gonna tell y'all who it is till I get it worked out. I'm gonna work on that after the stream. Take he said, why is it 50? Apparently, take he they're only between 7 and 10 minutes each, but I don't know why it took 50 to tell this story, because honestly, I think she made most of this shit up. But we gonna look at it, because again, I've seen like 4. I have not seen all of this, so we gonna dissect this and see what's what. What you say? I want to learn how to make sushi. I do like sake. Okay, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna talk about that sake. Sake is where it's at. Sake, yes, honey. Yeah. I haven't had sake since the last time I went to PF Chang's. Um, Hold on, y'all. Oh, okay. I don't even think I could be enjoying this like that. Okay, y'all speaking. Eric, what you say? Oh, let me post that. Mm. Child, if I could spell, we'd be on something. But yeah, I'm of the opinion some of this is not what she say it is, but we gonna see. What you say? Both I seen half of it. She said some of the dumbest shit I've heard all weekend. To be okay, Blaze. We get ready to get started, and we gonna see how this go. Because I got a couple of things we gonna get through this. And then I gotta moderate. But over at Real Bravado this evening, if he's still gonna have to stream, I got to check and make sure. Then Wendy Williams has a 2-part documentary that's gonna be on Lifetime. So it's the first part's tonight, second part's tomorrow. I want to watch that, and then I'm gonna come on and do and get y'all up to speed on what's going on with her, because I mean she's gotten some devastating, well, some news has been released about her this week, and I like Wendy. I feel bad. She been through a lot. We're gonna get into that, and then we still got to talk about our favorite DA down in Atlanta, Fannie. Because apparently it was some info that dropped last night. She has responded to that, so we're gonna get into all of that plus her church appearance. We're gonna get into that this evening, and I think we'll be caught up for tomorrow. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started with Who the Fuck Did I Marry? Here coming. So y'all don't know, the sister's on TikTok, and she finna give us this whole saga about this man. She, her ex-husband and all what they went through. So from what I understand, they met in 2020. We just started 2024, and they already like straight up officially divorced. So that right there should let y'all know about the quality of this damn relationship we get ready to watch. What'd you say? Yeah, I do too, Derek. She been through a lot. What do you say? I worked at Oriental Supermarket, so I used to get it for the low. Man, this is what I'm talking about. See, listen. Yeah. Thoughts and prayers go out to Wendy. Yeah, it's a lot going on. Yeah, listen. Okay, so if y'all remember, I told y'all a couple streams back about the drink that I mixed up that my mama drank by mistake. This is a different version of that. It's not goose in here. It's some stuff that's it's a lot stronger than goose. So hopefully we don't have the same reaction that my mama did. We're gonna stay up on our good foots, as my grandmama would say. So let's get started. Y'all, that is fantastic. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started with Ressa Tessa and Who the Fuck Did I Marry? Yeah, y'all go ahead and hit the like button for me. I appreciate that. Hit the like button, hit the like. And let's get this party started. Let's shut my volume up so we can hear every second of this nonsense. Here we go, part 1.
The hair, but here is part 1 of Who the Fuck Did I Marry? So I met my ex-husband around March 4th of 2020. We met on Facebook dating site, and we also matched on Hinge. I did not realize that he was on both under 2 different names. So one was his actual name, and the other one was a variation, like a nickname that he called himself. Different pictures.
Whoa, it was whoa, y'all. I just caught something. I'm sorry. I got degrees in asking questions, so don't too much get past me. You matched with him on 2 different sites, and you didn't even realize that. So you're not paying attention to who you matching with. You just picking folk. And yeah, that sounds real hoe-esque to me. Like, yeah, that's too much. And 2, why is she in the car with the hair rollers in her head? For those of y'all who don't know, that whole, what is this? This whole thing right here. Y'all see that? This whole piece that's going around like that. That's a new version of hair rollers. So it's basically one big long roller, and you put it in like this headband, and then you wrap the hair around it, and you sleep in that. It's real. I have one. It's real comfortable to sleep in, and you wake up and your hair curl. Why in the hell is she outside with this on? Why? Yeah, I'm hearing Cap too, Eric. She just wanted to get you right. This is what I'm saying. Take heat. I think this is complete. I think this is a complete fabrication. Like it might be some truth in it somewhere, but I think the majority of this is straight up lies. That's what I think. I think she lying. Because you already done started out wrong. You got all these dating sites going on, and you matching with the same person multiple times, and you don't recognize that. Okay, you say legit. Listen, okay. So yeah, Blaze, it does. I don't even remember. I really don't think I set mine up, but I just started getting people like started hitting me up. Even way before I even got to this YouTube thing. But yeah, it's the whole dating site. Apparently it's a like a long, it's kind of like eHarmony with the questionnaires and the scenarios and all of that. And you'll say the more you put in, the more it supposedly weeds folk out. So I mean, but hell, she can't do no better than this, then no wonder she in this situation. You matching with the same person on multiple sites and you have no clue. Don't yeah. Somebody, she made, yeah, she done made bread off of this. Yeah. She done made major bread off of this, which I think was the whole point. And my thing is, if folks wasn't so okay, y'all, I got a package this morning that I've been waiting on. It was literally like 11:30, and I just got a notification that it's been delivered. I done opened it up, tried, made sure it fit on the cup and all of that, and I just got a notification talking about it. It's been delivered. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. But let's get back. This already is you something wrong. Something's wrong with this whole picture, but we're gonna keep rolling. Yeah, drama sales. I'm telling you.
Running joke between us. Oh, you ain't even recognize that you had matched with me on Hinge. No, I didn't. And also that should have been a red flag. By the way, you will notice in this story, I called it the United Nations of red flags. It is so many red flags that, I mean, you would have thought I was colorblind because I ignored all of them. So anyway, back to the story. We met around March 4th. We exchanged phone numbers. He called me.
For real, Skinny Brown. I think you need no brown vibes.
Yes. Time. In the first phone call, he told me
for the cash
that
out,
he had just moved to Georgia from California, from San Diego. His job had transferred him because he was being transferred in as the new regional manager for a major condiment company that is based here in Georgia.
Okay.
I'm not going to say the name. And so we also talked about his childhood. He told me he grew up in Philly. He's from Philly. Both of his parents were deceased. This is the first phone call. Both of his parents were deceased. His father was a Philadelphia police officer. His mom was a teacher. He also told me he briefly lived in Augusta with his family. He had 2 brothers and 2 sisters. He also had 2 half-brothers on his dad's side. First phone call. So I'm just giving you guys the backstory. This was the first phone call we had. So we talked about family. We talked about friends. We talked about our jobs. At the time, I was working at Georgia State Patrol. And he knew this, and he just thought that was like, wow, you know, so you work with troopers all day. Yes, I did. Also in that phone call, he explained to me that he used to play football. He explained that he used to play arena football. I know nothing about arena football.
Okay.
I know about NFL. I know about college. Go Dogs. But I don't know anything about arena football. So he explained to me that he used to play arena football. Mm-hmm. He used to work at Apple in the off season of arena football.
Okay.
And I remember thinking on that phone call, oh, okay, like, good for you. I don't know anything about arena football. And I believe I did tell him that I don't know anything about arena football. That'll come into play later on.
Did she send the
So
traffic?
he told me, I just moved here. My job is paying for my housing, and they're helping me to look for a house. He was like, right now I'm in Gwinnett County, but I'm trying to look for a house, ideally in Atlanta, like Brookhaven, Sandy Springs. He was like, I really would like to move out there. And so I thought, that's great. You're looking to get a house. You just moved here. He was like, I don't really know too many people here because I spend all my time at work, and, this job is really demanding. So that was our first phone call. We talked more. He talked a lot, which took me by surprise because I'm not really used to men talking more than me. He eventually asked me out on a date. Our first date was set for Saturday, March 7th, 2020.
Hold it. Hang it. Hold on. Okay, guys. So, am I the only one that realizes we're getting the amount of detail we are getting from this chick is phenomenal. And I'm sure all of you know the best lies start with the truth. And then they add a whole bunch of unnecessary details. Like, we don't need the dates. March of 2020 is sufficient. We don't need the 1st, the 4th, the 7th, the 12th. But we really don't need all of that. She gave it a whole lot of details. And another thing, this camera placement, maybe it's me and I need to tighten up my game. But this damn camera placement while she in the car driving, this shit is phenomenal. I mean, she got this thing queued up, y'all, to come tell us this story while she driving. Honey, this is the cinematography is top notch. Let me go ahead and say that. It is top notch. What you say? Hold on. Hey, Mrs. She said, appreciate you stopping by. What Eric said. Watch this. Never investigated the brother she met. This is what I'm talking about. This one's something. What you say, Blaze? Get better. Oh Lord, she's asked me a cap already. Yeah, it's too many. It's too many details. Hold on. What she say? Damn shame. Listen. Yes, no standards, lacking accountability. Yes, yeah. This already. We what 2 minutes into this? How far we into? Oh no, we 4 minutes into this, and already you have given me. I couldn't have gotten any more details if her ass was under oath being damn cross-examined. Like, she giving detail on top of detail on top of detail on top of detail. This out of order. But let's see, you couldn't go past 4. I think that's all I've seen is 4. And then I said like pieces. Because like it was on. I was watching, somebody else was talking about it, and I was up doing other stuff. So I wasn't like watching it. So hopefully we can keep it going, because I'm already seeing problems. But let's keep going.
He asked me what was my favorite restaurant. I said Cheesecake Factory. Okay. And so we agreed to go out at the Cheesecake Factory in a location that was in between. I lived in Clayton County at the time. He lived in Gwinnett County. I realized that if you don't know anything about Metro Atlanta, that makes no sense. But basically, we lived about 45 minutes apart.
Thank you for stopping by.
Agreed to meet at the Cheesecake Factory over at Perimeter Mall, which is in an area, Sandy Springs.
I have been there. I've been there.
I was excited. Like, I called my friends and was like, I got a date, blah, blah, blah. We'll see how it goes. First conversation was good. Hopefully he looks like his pictures, because, that's always an issue with online dating. Hopefully he looks like his pictures. So on my way to our date, I took 285, and
See, why do we need to know how you
right
got there?
before I got to Boulder Crest, the exit for Boulder Crest, I heard a boom and I lost control of my car. Thank God that not thank God, but I knew what to do. So I did not crash, but my tire blew out. So I called him and I said, hey, I'm so sorry, but my tire just blew on 285. I'm slowly making my way off the exit. I believe I pulled into a Chevron gas station. And I said, I got to get this fixed. I don't know what to do. Like, I'm a damsel in distress kind of thing. He kind of paused. He got quiet. And he was like, tell me exactly where you are. Drop your pin. So I dropped the pin. And he came to the gas station.
Single women out here, single women with no covering. I have covering, which is why I know this. When she's talking about dropping the pin, that's basically you. For those of y'all who have iPhones, that's what they call it, your pin, which is basically the coordinates to where you are. It will locate you within. I think it's like with the update. I think it's like a couple of blocks, like maybe 2,000 feet or so of where you actually are. Android, we still call it coordinates. But yeah, if you're going out on a date or you going somewhere you ain't never really been before, you always want to let somebody you trust know where you're going. Overview what your itinerary is and send them drop the pin or send them damn coordinates. I learned that from my daddy. He hit me with that one time. I was like, the what? He was like, yeah, because I need to know. That literally can make the difference between you being caught up or not being caught up. So y'all keep that in mind. That's just a life tidbit that is definitely something you need to know. If you don't know how to do that, Google it and it'll give you the instructions. But you definitely know how to do that because it can help. Let's continue. Hold on. They already meeting the plan up. They were already planning to meet up anyway. Listen. I mean, I get it. But yeah, but she had the blowout or whatever. I guess this is how this came into play. But we're gonna keep going.
Came to the gas station, got out the car, and I was so relieved that he actually looked like his pictures that I was like, oh my God,
never
he's
mind.
Actually attractive.
You worrying about what he looked like and you damn near killed yourself on the highway.
Oh, also, man, I apologize. So let me go back to the first conversation. Let me add something. He did tell me in the first phone call that he was divorced, and that his ex-wife, she had 2 children, a boy and a girl, who were teenagers, young adults. I think the girl was about 20, and he said that he had a very close relationship with his stepkids, but that he and his ex-wife had divorced because she cheated on him.
This is a lot of information
and
to
so
be telling
coming
somebody
to
Georgia
in the first phone call was a new beginning for him. She was still out in California. The kids were still out in California. And so, he was like, I can't stand her, but I still want to be in the kids' lives.
Wow.
I have to put that in there because that will come back later.
Exactly.
So this is just setting the stage. Again, that first conversation we talked about family, job, friends, how he ended up in Georgia, me being in Georgia, the things that, I would think people talk about in the first conversation. All right, now back to the tire blowout.
Actually,
so he shows up to the gas.
You know what? No news. There is actually a TV series on Investigation Discovery called. They actually said, "Who the bleep did I marry?" But you know what they saying. It's the same. That's where she got this from, and it basically, this is exactly where she got this shit from. It talks about women, well, a spouse, who was not really swindled, but were married to people who did, you know what I'm saying, like It was one where this woman she married this guy, kind of found out he was like a serial bank robber. I think he performed like 100 bank robberies before he actually got caught. Was another chick, she was married to like a Bernie Madoff type of dude. It was another woman on there. He was actually a serial rapist. It was another one on there. He it was all kind of a whole bunch of weird stuff. He had told her he was in the military, but he was on his what was the dude that set off he would go around, you know, saying bombing buildings and that kind of crazy nonsense. Then it was another one where the guy was fronting like he was a doctor. It was another one where this man was married to this woman. She was supposedly a astronaut, trained to be an astronaut or something, and kind of find out she had murdered like 2 or 3 of her previous husbands. Like, it was all kinds of crazy stuff. But I mean, these were like people that was really married to these folks and had no idea the stuff was going on. And if you look it up on Investigations Discovery, it's called Who the Bleep Did I Marry? That's where she got this from. Listen, that's where she got this from. It's gonna become clear to me that quick. This is because I'm trying to figure out, Blaze, how long this first. She got all of that out of the first conversation. How long was that conversation? That conversation was long as hell. It's too much. Oh, get a crate. I haven't watched that in a while. But yeah, like, yeah, this type of time. But this is where she got it from. So this is the Black Hood version of Who the Bleep Did I Marry? Okay. I take heed. Listen, and the messed up part is some of these, like the woman that was married to the bank robber, she was a widow. So you know what I'm saying? She was like, I don't understand. I think her husband had been dead like 7 or 8 years or something before she, you know what I'm saying, met and married this dude. So she was like, I don't understand. This how y'all moving out here? Listen, child. And he was robbing him. I mean, he was getting good chunks. Y'all might have to review this on the Lady Leo network on True Crime Tuesdays. Cause child, I used to I saw every episode of that, child. That show was in my schedule. And he robbed all them. And I mean, it wasn't like they was living this type of luxury. Like, she was really trying to figure out, like, where the hell is the money? Because he ain't bringing it up in here. Where's the money? And I'm like, child, when the banks try to make her pay it back, they was like, you can't hold her responsible for that. But they tried. Hey, Mona, how you doing? But yeah, I think this is where she got her whole concept to tell this story. Because I mean, ma'am, did she say she worked for the sheriff department or something? You didn't know anybody who could run a background check on this man? I mean, hell, my sister worked for the whole for real federal government, and I got 4 or 5 people I got running background checks on folks. I find out what I need to know. So when I tell y'all to be careful about who you be vouching for, just know I'm saying that for a reason. I'm saying it for a reason. I got several folks on speed dial doing background checks. Real talk. Yeah, everybody out here just speaking. Hey, Prime, what's going on? All right, you cleaning? Hey, Mom, did you get that breakfast on? Y'all had me in here calling McDonald's after I got off the stream with y'all. I was like, I ain't cooking. I'm hungry. But yeah, I think that is where she came up with this concept. But let's see what else she got to say, because y'all, this is one hell of a first conversation. We're gonna let her.
Gas station. He changes my tire, which I just thought was the sexiest thing in the world. Okay. And then he proceeds to say, hey, I found a tire place around the corner. You need to get another tire. Like, you can't drive on this donut. So he followed me
to some decent man action. Okay.
He followed me to the tire place and then helped me get a tire, paid for it. So I was definitely like, wow. And so the vibe was good. So anyway, I get the car, I get the tire fixed. We follow each other to the Cheesecake Factory over in Perimeter. We hold hands walking into the Cheesecake Factory. So in my mind, I'm like, this is just this. Oh my God, I had butterflies. That's the look of
Hang
a
on.
woman who had butterflies.
Hang on. I can't. Black women. This is sad. Basic, deep. Well, by my standards and my upbringing, this is basic, everyday, decent black man behavior, and she is head over heels, gaga over the moon over shit that I've seen damn near every day of my life. I mean, is the deficit really like, is it really this bad, y'all? Have I really like been sheltered in a bubble that this is all it takes for black women to feel like they got the one basic decent behavior? Like is being, I'm just gonna say for black men and women, because I heard some stuff last night had me asking questions. Is decency so rare that it has become extraordinary? I mean, is that where we are? Being decent is so rare and few and far between that it has become something extraordinary. That's what we are. If that's what's going on, we are in worse shape than I thought. Bad is not the right adjective. That is a crying shame, and we should all just take a Iyanla moment and go in the bushes and weep. Like, really, this is what we doing? I can't. Yeah, but this is talking about. Hold on, we say sounds like she never had a relationship. And it was, where's her father? Where's her father? Because for one, I'm saying for me, none of this would it ever taken place. Because yeah, like hell, something pop off. Hell, call AAA. If you can't call AAA, call your damn daddy. And it help. I done been cussed out for calling AAA before I called my daddy. So I mean, I'm just gonna be real with it. He says his bare minimum babble. Yeah, he changed the tire, y'all. All it takes is a tire change and a slice of cheesecake. Now, I mean, hold up, Blaze, that lemon meringue, we might not even need the tire change. Like, look, that lemon meringue be on it. Ooh, it be on it. Let me stop. That lemon meringue is on it. What's going on, Jimmy H? How you doing? Most dudes I know how to. You know what? No news. I know a lot who don't, and I'm like, how's this working in your life? I know a lot of dudes that do not know how to change the tire, and I'm like, it's sad, y'all. You say Super Bear. So let you go test that. Yeah. Oh, let us know how it worked. Let us know, but just keep in mind them slices add up at the Cheesecake Factory. Cause what was it at the last count? We was up to like $14. Yeah. I don't know. I might have to run out there this evening though, y'all. That lemon meringue is like. What do you say? Make sure it's the lemon meringue. Yes. Lemon. Listen, you go get lemon meringue. Get that one first. The lemon meringue. And definitely get the meringue. Don't leave that off. And make sure they put the zested lemon on top. Like get the whole and the mint. Get the full experience. Don't get any edits. Get the full shebang. Then next time get the key lime. Y'all, the key lime be banging. Get the key lime. Then next time get the tiramisu. Then get the Godiva chocolate and the banana pudding. Listen, get them 5. Let me know what y'all think, and then we'll get to the next 5. I've worked my way clean through the whole menu. Cheesecake at the factory. The new AAA. Listen, women get turned. You know, if you're gonna go that route, Blaze, just get buy a whole cheesecake, but get slice by slice. Like you could put a whole cheesecake together. I think it's like $80, $80, $90, something like that. And do that. But yeah, I think that's what I want tonight. I need a slice of lemon meringue and the tiramisu. That sounds good. That sounds good. Cheeks for tires. Listen, I'm just saying, tires high. You know what? You don't like lemon or lime cake? What? I think I overdosed on sweets as a kid and stuff. Wait, hold it. Lemon's one of my favorites. Listen, I gotta messing around with the crumble, and one of the ones on the menu this week was lemon cheesecake. I have a piece of one I'm about to finish, and I still got a whole one left. And yeah, we gonna be going back. Look, Skinny, this is what it is. What he say? Apple pie, plain cheesecake with toppings like cherries is just fine, and tiramisu is my personal drug of choice. Yes. Okay, you redeemed yourself. Yeah, tiramisu is where it's at. She say no new. Yeah, listen, everything on the menu this weekend crumble, I wanted. I was like, that's like the first time I can't even tell you when everything on that menu. I was like, I need at least one. Like I called my sister. I was like, have you seen the menu this week? She was like, no, what is it? I said, I need one of everything on there. She's like, let me look at it. I'm gonna call you back. Yeah, we made that happen. Yeah, crumble. Yeah. Just go. Don't DoorDash or Uber Eats or none of that, because you literally bought 2 cookies that you never gonna get to eat in the fees. Just go. Yeah, Mona. They did. So they had the lemon cheesecake, iced oatmeal, peanut butter, chocolate brownie batter, the regular, you know what I'm saying, chocolate chunk. And this week they did tres leches cake. I think it's like an extra $3 to get that, because it's actually a little cake instead of a cook. Mona. Yeah, go ahead and go. Make that happen. Take the kitties. Banging. All of them. Banging. Banging. What'd you say? Culture invasion of Hershey? Hershey pies. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. The Edwards. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah, make that, yeah. You say if you don't live near crumble, you in the hood. This is what I'm trying to tell you. I have 3 around me. Listen, what do you say? No news. Crumble, bro. I'll dive head first into warm crumble with some ice cream. Listen, culture invasion. So okay, was it last week? It was last Saturday. I went on a Stanley Cup run. So for those of y'all who was in Take Heed stream last Saturday, I was talking about that. So I had to take a road trip to get this Stanley Cup that I was gifted for Valentine's Day. So it was like the next town over, like 45 minutes. So I'll go get the cup, and I decide, you know what I'm saying, since I'm up here, I'm gonna go ahead and piddle around a little bit. So I went to Home Depot, went to Walmart, hit the Girl Scouts up, got some cookies. I went to Michael's. And I stopped at this restaurant called Logan's, this steakhouse, and got me something to go. So on my way to get back to the interstate to come on back to the house, there's this spot called the Peach Cobbler Factory. Sign saying now open, Peach Cobbler Factory. I said, wait. So I hit the hit the U-turn car. I said, I got to go see about this right here. So while I'm at the stoplight, I get Google and pull up the mix. Y'all, there was every kind of cobbler you could ever think of on the planet up in this spot. I'm in here having a whole pre-weight loss, pre-diagnosis, pre-Monjero fat girl moment, and then ordered up all this mess that I couldn't even eat. Y'all, so once I narrowed it down, I got 3. I got the sweet potato, I got the apple walnut, and I got the apple caramel. So you get, it's a wonder I ain't got diabetes, y'all. It comes in like this, like a boat. Like, you know, like you go somewhere, you go to the fair, you get some nachos or something, it'd be like in the boat. So it's like the boat, and then like the bottom of the it's like crust, and then it's like cobbler on the top, and then they put ice cream on the side, and then they top it with whatever's actually in the cobbler. You know, y'all, listen. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go on back over there. Listen, because from what the girl was saying, they starting so y'all be on the lookout for the peach cobbler factory and slide through. If y'all listening, y'all need to send me some coupons or something, since I'm giving y'all all this free YouTube publicity. But like it was cobbler, they had milkshakes, they had like turnovers, cookies, like it was on it. But it was amazing. Yeah, I'll be back. What happened? I'm way up here. Get them Hershey pies is the truth. Yeah, so you gonna head that way shortly. Yeah. Enjoy. I'm telling you. Listen, I was hungry too. But while after I was freed from the liquor stuff, I went to this place we got down here called Mr. C's and got me some chicken plate. So I'm good. I needed some grease to soak up this liquor I know I was gonna drink. What you say, Crump? It depends on what you get. Now, like I said, this week they had the peanut butter wasn't sweet. That peanut butter was good. Like, y'all, it was like they used some, like they went and ground the peanuts up in the back and then put that in the back. Like, it wasn't like they threw no Jif or no Jiffy or none of that up in there. Like that, it was good. So it wasn't real sweet. The iced oatmeal wasn't really sweet either because the icing was cream cheese based. Y'all. Tell me to put some on. If you go, tell them to put some extra, and you get that iced oatmeal, tell them to put some extra icing on there. Like it was on point. Like Crumble did their thing this week. I'm gonna say that. What you say? You bet she gave up some Hershey pie on the first night. Hey, the way she still sit there giddy telling the story, she probably did. Yeah, that vanilla it did. But y'all, that sweet potato, I think that's the one I'm gonna go when I go back. I'm gonna get that one again. That sweet potato was on it. Cause I was in here all week. So what I did was I ate the ice cream off all of them. Because I knew that wasn't gonna make no 45-minute ride. And then I think I had like maybe 2 spoons of each of them, and then I put them in Tupperware and put it in the refrigerator and like ate on them all week. But shoot, I still got some left. But yeah, no, ain't for the week. What you say you had Lois last? Listen, Lois is them yeast rolls. Them yeast rolls be on it. I go to Lois to drink. I know I really sound like a whole alcoholic, but them I told y'all about them Roadhouse teas in the other in another stream. Yeah, I'll be in there. Here where I am, it was in the next town over. So I'm in Charlotte. So this one was in Gastonia. But she said they were gonna be popping up. I mean, they were starting to open all over the country. So be on the lookout. I did not cause the accident. I saw the sign, and then coming up, there was a turn off because there was a Starbucks There's a hotel and a couple other restaurants down in this, you know what I'm saying? Once you turn in, you kind of like went down this ramp. And so I just turned around in there and came out and went back to see what was popping. But yeah, I always end up, listen, any of y'all ever go anywhere with me? I'm gonna find something. I always seem to be the one to find something that be way off in the corner. Something ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying, heard of. Yeah. All right, that's me. What you say the hell with diabetes? Diabetes. Listen, we ain't gonna do that. Rest in peace, Wilford Brimley. You say Krispy Kreme. Listen, Blaze, we ain't gonna talk about Krispy Kreme. So, any of y'all who had a Krispy Kreme app, y'all know they got it hooked up now to when the hot light come on, you get a notification and it give you a map as to where the ones in your area where the hot light coming on and tell you what time. Our original Krispy Kreme here in Charlotte was on this. It was over on Woodlawn Road. So Woodlawn and where it is right over the interstate overpass. So you got, you know what I'm saying, people getting off coming this way and people getting off coming this way. Blaze, when that hot light would come on, like it was so many accidents to where they actually shut down the Krispy Kreme, and nothing they have opened up in that spot since that Krispy Kreme has made it. I'm like, just put the Krispy Kreme back. If you want to take your car to be over there, then so be it. I know how to get there without having to get on the highway. Y'all figure that out. Y'all be good to go too. But yeah, accidents because you people, because it was here. So you had people coming this way that was going, and they would just see that hot light and stomp on their brakes, and folks be in behind them donuts. Like I was out there when and the man hit the brakes and the woman hit him, and they was like, I mean, we got to call the police. And while they was waiting for the police, they walked their ass to the Krispy Kreme and each came back with a dozen. I was like, you serious? But I was like, hell, since y'all got us caught up in this and we can't go nowhere, give me a few of them. Yeah, Krispy Kreme ain't no joke. That hot light come on. No joke. None. Okay, see, Dunkin' Donuts, they don't have hot donuts. So I'm saying Krispy Kreme, that we going there for the hot glaze. And nothing. When you go, don't, like, literally, you can go in and what. Make sure you get the ones as soon as they come out the glaze funnel. Them the ones you want. You don't want the ones because when they put them on that cold slab counter, they get no. So I'll be like, yeah, as soon as they get that stick and put them in the box. See, Dunkin' Donuts don't do that. I can walk to Dunkin' Donuts from my house, but yeah, you can't. You don't have it. Nobody can beat them glazed to Krispy Kreme. That's what it is. Would you say the nearest one is 32 hours away? Oh, that's most unfortunate, sir. That is most unfortunate. We're supposed to be here talking about this woman, and we done got sidetracked talking about cheesecake and donuts and cobbler and all of that. Hold on, taking notes. What you say about you taking notes? I love iced out. Lit Mona. I'm telling you, I was like, yeah, I need one of each one of them. And yeah, and I got to reading it. That cream cheese. That's one of my favorites anyways, the cream cheese icing. But yeah, it was good. Ooh, child. That's most unfortunate. Tell them, Blaze. Yeah, it ain't nothing like that Krispy Kreme, huh? Listen, I'm talking about like, because we got to a point they was having financial trouble, so they started closing, closing them down around here. So like the closest one to me was like maybe 15 minutes. Like I had to use these brain cells up here, when the hot light was on, and put them on the floor in a passenger seat and turn the heat on the floor. I'm telling you, they stay hot. But y'all didn't hear that from me. The fat girl tricks. When you got to have it, you got to have it. I'm telling you, take that ride. Oatmeal raisin cookies are delicious. They are. I'm like, why y'all gotta be talking about sweets? What's wrong with people being disrespectful to my diet? This is what I'm saying. I already have been disrespectful to mine, but I'm getting on track. Oatmeal raisin. I'm gonna throw your taste buds away. Listen, you take oatmeal raisin. What did I do? Last time I made oatmeal raisin, I made them like I normally would, and I cut the batch in half. So I had a bowl of regular, you know what I'm saying, just regular oatmeal raisin. And then in the second half, I took I had some apple cobbler filling I had left from when I had made a cobbler. I threw that in there, and I threw pecans and walnuts. Y'all, listen, them cookies was banging. I was like, I gotta do that again. Them cookies was fire. I had forgot about that. Yeah, I definitely got to do that again. When she say your wife, look, you can't. Hey, they good though. You working right. That's donut crack hands. That yes, child, you crumbs be all over. You be child fingers be sticky. But yeah, I'm telling you, if you somewhere and you roll up on the Krispy Kreme, just turn the heat on the floor, put them on the floor, and you be good. You be good. Yeah, yes, the glaze. I'm telling you, because when you go in, or depending on which Krispy Kreme you go in, most of them are set up this way down here now. You can actually, you know what I'm saying, watch them make from scooping out the flour to putting them in the box. If you want to hang around long enough, you can watch the entire process. But yeah, when they coming off the conveyor belt and the glaze just and they come through there, I be like, yeah, that's when you get the stick and put them in the box. That's what I want. I don't want them that you got stacked up over there. And hand me the box. Don't put it down on the counter because them counters not that cold in the morgue, y'all. I don't know what the hell kind of counters they got at Krispy Kreme, but yeah, do not put my donuts on the counter. Just hand them to me. Get a card, give me my box. Don't put nothing down. They be messed up. I don't want that. What you say talking about? The hot glaze make my tooth fit. Listen, it ain't that serious. My pounds over 9,000. It's a great combo. Thank you. I appreciate that. Listen, y'all, state of emergency ain't stopping me from getting that fresh batch. This is what I'm talking about. Yo, I woke up in the thing. I was like, I know it's over. Ain't even no point in me trying to, yeah. And football season. So for the Panthers game days, I think a dozen is like $8. When did donuts get high like that? Because I remember pre-pandemic, a dozen was like $9. Now we happy about an $8 sale. So I get there and the thing said $13.49 for a dozen. I said, wait, what? This is a slice of cheesecake for some donuts. This inflation be cutting into my fat girl missions. I'm just saying, like for real. How's the AI wig? I need it up. Okay. Y'all got a lot going on. Nothing. What do you say? Nothing makes me madder than bite into a cookie thinking it was chocolate chip with its oatmeal raisin. Okay. Y'all doing a lot. Oh my God. Listen. That Krispy Kreme life be it. I'm telling y'all. The Krispy Kreme life is it. Let me try to think about glaze. What? I mean, listen. Everything better with glaze. Just saying. I know them, yeah, them donuts they hit crack prices. You ain't lying. So yeah, that's just for the glaze. When you talk about you start trying to get into some flavors and all that, all them goodies, them donuts is high as hell. I was like, how bad I really want this. Give me a half a dozen. Give me something. But these rates is out of order. I'm like, I got to wait for football season to be able to get down. These problems. Problems. What you say? I don't give a damn. Run me that box pronto. I feel you. I feel you. All right, we're gonna put this man. We got about a good 35 minutes for the highlight. Come on, y'all. I hate to have to take y'all on a live road trip to Krispy Kreme, but I'm gonna act like I got some good sense today. We're gonna be cool. We're gonna get back into this so we can we almost through with the first part, so we can get to this nonsense. We're gonna see what she talking about. So she done met this man and had this life story, confessional, first conversation, and they went going to the Cheesecake Factory. Her tire blew out, He came, you know what I'm saying, bought another tire, put the tire on, and now they're on their way to the Cheesecake Factory. What you say? They give what? At the complex office at least once a month. Hey, listen, I need to be over there. Hold on. Yeah. Oh yes, them apple fritters be on it. Them apple fritters be on it. Yes, I love apple. That's pineapple and then apple and then lemon and orange. Yep, they're my favorites. But let's get on back to this.
So I had butterflies, and we go in. There's a long wait, and so we sit outside and we just talk. And the conversation's great. And this is where he tells me what it is he's looking for. He tells me, you know, I believe at the time he was 42. He was like, I want to get married and it be for real. He's like, my parents were married 40 plus years before my mom passed away. And I want that. I want marriage, family, a house. Like, that is what I want. He's like, I'm as a man, I'm ready to get married, but I want it to be for real, because the first time, it really hurt me when she cheated on me. So he's telling me everything that I wanted to hear. And so he was like, what is it that you want? And I said pretty much the same thing. I was like, I'm ready to get married. Definitely want to have a family. And I want to marry my best friend. So we both put on the table that we wanted marriage. And this is the end of part one. Please excuse the hair, but here is...
What y'all think? Ma'am. Ma'am. Let me get this on continuous part one. All right, let's get into part two.
So we both put on the table what it is that we wanted. We both had established we were dating for marriage. We were not dating just to date. We were not trying to be friends with benefits and none of that. So the dinner at Cheesecake Factory went really well. We laughed, we joked, we talked about people.
Child, it's Who the Fuck Did I Marry, Alex?
It's kind of up my alley, my sense of humor. It was a good vibe. So at the end of the date, at the end of dinner, we sat in his car and he played this song for me by John Legend. I don't know the name of the song. By the time this video posts, I will put the name at the bottom. I can't remember the song. I just remember that John Legend was talking about, I think I met my wife tonight.
Hold it. Okay, as we are doing a real time review of this Who the Fuck Did I Marry? Because we got questions. He played the song for you. The song was so deep that you had to come on here and tell us about it. But you don't know the name of the song or the lyrics. Okay. This is what I'm saying. This is what we doing. What'd you say? Yeah. Thank you, Culture. Yeah. Sean could be started on that weekend. Woo, Lord. Yeah. The hell she talking about? I think and hell, he got, look what kind of raggedy ass marriage he got, girl. No wonder you was impressed by that. No wonder you in the situation you in now, because that whole is trash. That shouldn't even call that marriage they got going on. I don't even know what you would want to call that. Trash. Y'all just talking to each other. What Derek say? Any date at the Cheesecake Factory better go well. That's the seal the deal date. Why? She plays ski with my. Yeah, yeah. I see. I see why y'all only made it to 4 parts of this. I get it. The song was so deep that you don't know the name and you don't know the lyrics. Okay, but let's continue on.
And I thought it was a sign. So I was like, oh my God. So anyway, we ended up sitting in the car talking just about life and experiences until about midnight. So during this conversation, he again is telling me how it was, what it was like living in California, how he went out there. He went to San Diego State. He played football for San Diego State. He talked about how, life, he loved it out there, so he stayed. That's when he joined the company. And then he explained that he also did arena football, but only did it for about 2 or 3 years. He claims that while he was doing arena football, the team that he was on won.
Okay, conservation. That's those are hair rollers. I'm sorry, y'all. That was the lemon off this lemon cheesecake cookie. That shit was banging. Yeah, that's a hair roller. Yeah, that's a hair roller.
A championship. But again, keep in mind, I don't know anything about arena football. So I was like, okay, I didn't know that they had championships. And he was like, he got a little offended, like, yeah, they got championships. And,
what do you think the point was, man?
Was on that team. So he talked to me about how he worked at Apple. He worked something in the IT area of Apple, but it within the store. Again, it was one of those. It's like when I tell people I used to work at Amazon. I really wasn't paying much attention to it. Why? So
why? Hell, he couldn't have dudes in the back fixing them damn phones. They get broke
deeply
off.
Into what happened with the ex-wife. It's because I asked. He was not volunteering all this information. So in other words, I get very uncomfortable when men start talking about their ex a lot. That's not what happened. I was asking questions because I was really trying to figure out, okay, are you ready for a relationship, or are you still missing her? So we talked about that. We talked about my exes. That was a mistake I made because I talked about how I dated at one point in time somebody I worked with. That will come back later. And he seemed real cool about it. He was like, that was before me and blah, blah, blah. So the conversation was good. Midnight comes and I go home. Yes, I went home. We ended up talking. Mind you, our first date was March 7th. And within about 2.5 weeks, Brian Kemp, our governor, shut Georgia down. We were going to be on lockdown. So during those 2.5 weeks, we talked every day. We went out again at Red Lobster. I remember Red Lobster.
Whatever, the English shrimp is the truth.
But everything was going great. The issue was, where are we going to quarantine? So the question was, are we going to...
Whoa. Ma'am, what you mean, where y'all gonna quarantine? You don't know him. He need to quarantine where he gonna quarantine, and you need to quarantine where you gonna quarantine. What you say? Literally new age cyberpunk hair rollers, like curlers my grandma. No. This actually have one. Give me a sec. I'm gonna go grab it real quick because that's the only way this is gonna make sense, y'all. I bet. Give me a sec. All right, yeah. So this is what she's wearing. Mine's just leopard. So this is the roller. It's one piece. And then if you buy good ones, you get the 2 scrunchies, which is what she got on the end. And then you get a clip. The clip is in the bathroom. This was somewhere. And you put it. This is how she got it. And then you wrap your hair around it. You know what I'm saying? Wrap your hair around it. And then you put this on the end to keep your hair from moving. And you, people with good sense, put a bonnet on top of this and go to sleep. And then when you go get ready to take it out, you just unravel it and your hair is rolled. I mean, I got a little bit of hair. That's weave she working with, but yeah, that's essentially this is what she got in her head. What you say? Yeah, Cap. Yeah, red lobster ain't good as it used to be with that endless shrimp. That's the only reason I go. In Lobster Fest. Yeah, they quarantine together. You know this man 20 minutes and got talking about quarantining together. No. You about to get one of their tea. I actually got this one off of Amazon, but I was in the beauty supply the other day and they actually had some. But yeah, it's not hard. But yeah, instead of you having a bunch of little rollers, you just got this one big ass roller. What'd you say? I told you she a fool. Who makes preparations to quarantine with a complete stranger? This is what I'm talking about. Yeah, this is foolishness. You don't know him. You at this point you haven't even you confirmed nothing. What you say? Some of them them cheddar bay biscuits. Yeah, listen, yeah. Them cheddar bays on it. Those cheddar bays be on it. Let's hear about this quarantine.
Quarantine at his place, which he had like a studio type of situation. Like it clearly where he was staying, I was like, it's like a studio apartment, but he kept telling me like this is temporary because I'm looking for a house. Like he showed me the email from a woman who worked at the company where she was out on maternity leave, but she was putting him in contact with a realtor to help him find a townhome or a single family house. So I was just like, okay, this is definitely temporary. Like he's not trying to stay here long term. And she was apologizing in the email. I'm so sorry. This should have been taken care of before you got here, but it wasn't. Da, 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 da. I saw the email. I read it. I read the email. So the decision was, we're going to quarantine at the studio or we're going to quarantine in my house? First mistake I made. Well, there's a lot, but this was a mistake I made. So ladies, caution moment. During one of our dates, because keep in mind, in those 2 weeks, we were seeing each other quite a bit. Nothing physical or anything like that. Just two people who I thought were really on some. All right, let's see if this is going to grow into something.
Shouldn't you be seeing all that before you start trying to be in the same space?
When he came to my house, I had a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath townhome. He was in a studio. Now, I'm telling you guys all of this in order of how it happened. So some things I'm probably going to insert what I was thinking and the mistake I made. Can I turn this off? No. Okay, I still need that. And I say that to say that I did not realize inviting him to my home probably made his eyes go, oh shit, she's a keeper. She got this 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath townhouse, and I'm in like a little studio.
Didn't he
let let me go ahead and pursue this. What I need to do to quarantine here. The decision was made, quarantine at my house. So
the
state went on lockdown. He came and stayed with me in my home. And for the most part, in the initial beginning, it was fine. It was fine. The reason why I hesitate is because I grew up in the church. So for me, it was really like an internal struggle.
In the church?
Bruh, you always said you would never live with a guy unless he was your husband.
So
and now you living with a dude and he ain't your husband. Like, it was a struggle for me because I knew better. And don't come for me. I'm just telling you the way I grew up. It was like that. It was not sitting right with me. But at the same time.
So hold on. Didn't even sprinkle up. Nope, not at all. So I'm finna tell y'all where it's gonna go. So you got all smitten with the dude over him being decent. The city got locked down, so you was worried about having access to him. So you convinced him to come stay with you. So then when the heat started coming for you having this dude staying with you, that's when you put the pressure on, we need to go ahead and get married. This is what happened. You wasn't all that distraught. You wasn't having all this internal conflict. You was having external conflict because you was getting called out because you've done this a couple of times before. That's what happened. You was getting called out by your peoples because you keep bringing dudes up in your house. Is what happened. Yes, throw away her. No, she didn't throw away her values for Pookie because we don't even know this dude is a Pookie. We going off what she's saying. We going off what she's talking about. Yeah. I call this is no, she put the pressure on him to come stay. She got called out because he was staying, and so she put the pressure on, we need to go ahead and get married. And then it blew up in her face. So now we on TikTok with this 50-part series. I'm real sure that's what happened. Real sure that's what happened. Y'all, this sad. This is sad. Right. Exactly, Blaze. You know, I know, she know, he know, we all know. Yeah. Because wasn't nothing but space and opportunity at that point. Space and opportunity. But let's keep going. We got to get on with this.
I didn't want to quarantine by myself. I did not want to. So there we go. Well, so he moved in. We talked about the bills. Let me clear something up that I said in the other video where I said he paid all the bills. He paid all the household bills. He did not pay my car payment, my cell phone, or my car insurance. He paid the rent because my rent at the time was less than $1,000. He paid the utility bills.
Shit, that's another
and so when he's telling me that he's a regional manager, I was like, wow, okay, so you got money. And so he paid all the household bills. So my check really was just taking care of me, myself, and I. And I am not, this is where it's not going to make me look good, but it's the truth. It was intoxicating to not have to worry financially about how to pay the bills. It was a wonderful feeling. And so I kind of pushed to the side the fact that, yeah, you shacking up.
Exactly.
Because it's like, but your page, you don't have to worry right now. Like, he's taking care of all of April's bills before April even comes, because this was still March. So we're living together.
Whoa. Did she just say this still March? Their first phone conversation, did she say it was like March the 4th? And they went out like March the 7th? And we still in March and he up in your house? Yeah, she got called out. She got called out. And hell, that means that during this time frame, hell, you've only got one paycheck. So where's all this intoxication from you not having to worry about no bills? Sound like your bills was behind and he caught the bullshit up. You only got one check. This ain't like you've gotten 7 checks and you ain't had to pay no bills with it. Then yeah, like shit, I'll be intoxicated too. Somebody come through here and be like, look, I got you. And your granddaddy and your mama. Listen. But we talking one check and you already gaga goo goo? Girl, what is happening? This is foolishness. This is not. Come on. Yeah, let one talk. They're gonna tell on themselves. This is some foolishness. That man was the sole proprietor of Ray Ray's Boom Boom Room. Listen. Hey. Imagine having a husband take care. It is. It is. It is. Take care of me so I could, you taking care of me so I could take care of you. So we can continue to take care of each other. This is all I'm saying. That's all I mean, I don't see, it's not a hard concept for me. Listen, it made plenty of sense to me, maybe because I've seen it and I've seen what happens when one person fuck up the program. It just ain't hard. What's going on, Big Sick? Fasty, what is happening? Yeah, she got a lot. Where's her family? Where her people? Where her people? Since you was all convicted up about the shacking up, where was your damn pastor? Where the deacon? Where the first lady? Where somebody? No, girl, no. So what I have decided to do is we doing real time. We only on part 2. We ain't getting through all of them today. But yeah, but it's just we so far we don't caught so much foolishness that we only on part 2. But y'all, it might take at this rate, it might take us a week to get through this, but we're gonna get through it because this don't even make sense, ma'am. In 2 weeks, this man up in your house coughing up money. He don't sound that bad to me, but I'm gonna be quiet. He said, so since you decided to spend your money on nonsense items, what? Listen, he said some more to it. Okay, we're gonna say she sounds like she didn't want to be stuck in. She said that, but this is what I'm struggling with that statement. But I have friends who operate like that. Like I literally had a friend. Well, I guess I call it associate at this point. She was going through a divorce. And so when her husband moved out, she literally did not want to stay alone. So I went and stayed with her for like 5 months. People be moving like that. Like they for real don't want to be alone. I don't have no problem. Because I started out alone. And with nobody in that womb swimming around up in there but me, I'm good. Because how you going to know you if you running from every opportunity to be alone with you? Again, I have a stream where I talked about some of the things that, you know what I'm saying, I went through and, you know, journeys and healing and revelations and come to terms moments that I experienced during the quarantine. People, they want to do that. So that's why they have 35, 37, 82 people all up in the house. No, get the hell out. It sounds like a lie. Mashawn, so far, I figured this out. She lying. I say she lying. But we going to keep on. Y'all just speaking. He said, I highly doubt we'll make. Yeah, Blaze, yeah, today we were never going to make it through all parts today. Not never. That was not the goal. I was hoping 20, but we going to have to see because it's 5 o'clock. Yeah, we might have to break it up in 5s. We gonna see because she get the problem is it's too many details, which is why I know she lying. Just tell the story. You ain't got to give us every little fraction. Yeah, I connected with him on Tinder on the 1st, and we talked on the 3rd, and then on the, you know what I'm saying, he accepted my request on the 3rd, and then we talked on the 4th, and then we went out on the 7th. Like we don't need all of that. And we still in March and he up in your house. Y'all got too much happening. Y'all just speaking. It's too much going on, but let's listen to some more of this nonsense because that's what this is.
I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, he's helping to cook and clean, and then we have a conversation about house.
Who argued about this?
Is he still going to buy a house just for him, or is he going to buy a house where it's for us?
What's the difference?
Because we are going to try to...
Oh, well, see, what's the difference? What's the difference, y'all? What's the difference? What's the difference? What does him buying a house for him look like versus him buying a house for y'all? What does that look like? Who arguing though? I might have to get in on that. Also, now they're doing think pieces on it. They got more invested in this mess than they do in their own relationships. I've had a couple people, you know what I'm saying, that was like they super invested, but I got too many bells ringing already, so I don't know. We might end up invested, but we gonna see. Because right now, this. But what is the difference? It's buy the house. What's the difference? What is the difference? Somebody let me know.
Make this thing work, be official, get married, have a family. So the question now on the table is, what are we going to do? Because I didn't want to
wasn't going to do it, but I got questions.
Riverdale, Georgia. I did not want to raise a family there. I refused to have a baby in Clayton County. So the decision was made. Let's start looking for a house for both of us. Remember, he was already looking for a house for him. But then he was like, you know what? We're together. I plan to marry you. Let's look for a family home for the two of us. He was like, this is how much I was approved for. That's when he showed me the Chase paperwork. It was a letter stating that and it had the Chase emblem at the top. He showed me a letter stating that he was approved for $700. All right, who the fuck did I marry?
Okay, so that's the end of part 2. Okay, so Bashan, what's going on with her hair is she's wearing this hair roller. She in the car riding, recording, telling us all her damn business with this damn hair roller in. So this is what we do now. Instead of a whole bunch of little rollers, we got one big piece and we just attach it to our head and wrap our hair around it, and then you wake up in the morning, you got curls. So that's what's happening. But she's wearing a wig, so this is how she curled her wig. Yeah. Well, my thing is, why are you jumping clean to I refuse to have a baby in Clayton County when you probably don't even know this man's middle name yet? See, I told you I got questions. Them kind of questions I got. Yeah, people like to add details to make the lives more. Yeah, and she's getting too many details. If you don't want to, you don't want to make a life for yourself in Clayton County, why are you living in Clayton County? Oh yeah, Mashawn, this is a baby about a year and a half at the most. Like these are really just starting to show up in like beauty supply stores. But I got this one off of Amazon. Yeah. It's too much. Yeah. He said that should be considered right and dirty. Listen. Yep. A new hair bonnet. It probably will be. Inside. Hey Doc, how you doing? Listen. It's too much going on. It's too much going on. This is too much. It's too much. And what I don't like about this is how we got to get to the damn video. Right, let's get to part 3.
Who the fuck did I marry? So
She's still
this is when he showed me a letter from Chase with the Chase logo at the top, stating that he had been approved for a mortgage for a $750,000 mortgage or a $750,000 house. So he was like, we can't go over $750,000. And I said, I remember asking him, can you afford the mortgage on a $750,000 house? Because I know I can. This is when he explains to me, I told you how I played arena football. I invested my money really well. So he said, I have money that will help pay for the mortgage. He was like, we're good. Like, I'm financially, I am okay. He was like, that's why I'm able to get approved.
What is okay?
For $750,000 mortgage. So he told me that his money was in different savings accounts. He said he had an account with Chase Bank. He had an account with US Bank.
Hold it. Hold on. Wait. He told you he had several savings accounts. He was going to use said savings accounts to cover the payments on this $750,000 mortgage that he was going to take out with these papers. Y'all help me out in case I'm slow. Wouldn't we, if he was good financially and this and that and the woo woo and the woo woo woo, wouldn't we want to take said money in savings account and use that towards the purchase of said home? Just let me know if I'm missing something. Like, seriously. Okay, so Mashawn, so he played football in college. Upon leaving college, he apparently started playing arena football, which was actually something real. And when in the off season, he worked for Apple. Sounds like he might have been a technician or some kind of engineer or something. Them the questions she should have been asking, since she like details. That's what we really needed to know. And after that, he started working for one of the major condiment companies. And that is how he ended up meeting her after he got transferred to Atlanta. So he's supposedly a regional manager at this point in time for one of the major condiment companies. So I guess that would be like Heinz or Hunt's or Kraft or somebody like that.
Crabs are decapod crustaceans of the infraorder Brachioidea.
Okay, Alexa, stop.
They have a very short projecting tail, usually hidden in.
All right, yeah. See, this what happened. I got a new one. Amazon sent me a new Alexa pop. Anyway, so yeah, savings only lasts as long as money being placed into it. This is what I'm saying, Mashawn. So, okay, make sure my train of thought wasn't off. Yeah, that's where we are at this point in the story. He has been transferred from California to Atlanta because he's been, promoted to a regional manager for this condiment company. So that's where his money coming from. And so he has now been approved for the $750,000 loan from Chase. And another thing, maybe I'm slow, but this was the train of thought I used when I bought my car. Just because you approved for, I'm just gonna say you approved for a $70,000 car loan, you don't want to go out and buy a car with a sticker price of $69,990. That's just my train of thought. That's not what I did. Yeah, this is in Atlanta. Yes. Yeah, somebody. Yeah, she should call lead. She should call somebody. Yeah, check. Yeah, do something. But look, Chase, keep that on. I don't want no letters talk about you. Don't have to go up on your fees and your interest and all that because you had to sue this broad. I don't need them type of problems. Okay, so likes looking good. I appreciate that. Google and LinkedIn. They are your friend. Facts. Yeah, keep me out your mess. Exactly. I don't need them problems. His money at a minimum should have went to a down payment to lower. That was my thought. No news. That was my thinking. Because again, arena football was actually real, and they made good 6-figure money. Seriously. So if he did that for a couple of years, he should have been all right. So I'm just confused about what's going on. He should have had at least, if he was approved for 750, he should have had at least 350 in the savings accounts. But who puts that kind of money, just leave it in a savings account? I got questions. I mean, if he did all of that, then I was a regional manager too. This is what I'm saying. So this is what she said. He told her why she didn't try to verify any of this, and she was working for the sheriff's department. I had never known. But let's continue on and see some more of these lies.
He had an offshore account. This is what he told me. The offshore account, I was like, why? And he explained something about, the U.S. the U.S. imposes taxes on money when you have a certain amount in U.S. banks. He was like, so everybody knows that it's smart to have some money in an offshore account. Y'all, look, I live paycheck to paycheck. I was like, okay, that's whatever. I said, so you have the money to pay for a home. I'm also holding in my hand a letter from Chase saying that he was approved for $750,000. So I went off of what I saw. So we contacted a realtor. I won't say his name, but man, if he ever sees this TikTok, I owe this man such an apology. But we contacted a realtor, and it was a nice home. 5 bedrooms, 4 baths. So we did a FaceTime tour of the home, and the home was listed, I believe, roughly 400 and something thousand. I really like the house. I could see myself living there. I could see us living there. I could see us with the kid there. This is now April, just for timeline purposes.
We're a month in.
So he really liked the house. He was like, you know what, we'll put an offer in on the house. He was like, if you like it, because again, it was COVID, we weren't going to be able to see the house in person.
So I'm not buying it.
Still live there. So he said,
yes, Mashawn, a whole month.
It's accepted. I said, okay. So he puts an offer in. He's telling me he put an offer in. I need to clarify some things he told me and the things that
honey, a whole month.
So for this house in Douglasville, he told me he was putting an offer in. The realtor would call me, because one thing that the realtor told us, he was like, if the woman likes the house, typically the house is going to get bought. So he kind of dealt with me a bit more than he did my ex-husband.
It's exactly why financial literacy is important. Exactly why.
So at the time, he was my boyfriend. So the realtor was calling me and it was like, hey, I put the offer in, and what they're asking,
this is crazy as hell.
Is proof of funds. And I didn't know I did not know anything at this time about buying a house.
Hold it. Listen, ma'am, that principle right there got nothing to do with buying a house. Hell, that's with buying anything. If you take your ass to Walmart and you pull that buggy out and you get to walking around and you start throwing stuff in the buggy. When I was in there this morning and I got to putting stuff in the buggy, I was like, oh, this cute. Y'all can work with this. And when I took my happy ass up to the self-checkout and got the scanning, and they was like, how you gonna pay? Bitch, that proof of funds. Then you have to show some proof of funds when you bought your car. Then you have to show proof of funds when you sign that lease. This is not why is this now a foreign concept? What is the problem? It's that foolishness, y'all. This has nothing to do with buying a house. This is any kind of purchase. When I was in here clicking and clacking on the internet, when I got that email for the y'all child, it was this one of the spots I go to for my crafts and supplies had glitter for $2. They didn't glitter be $10. It was down to $2. I got the clicking and clacking. That was like, which debit card you used to pay for this? Proof of funds. This is real simple. So we're not gonna throw this off on this man. You know what I'm saying? He done you dirty because you didn't know nothing about buying no house. You didn't know you was gonna have to show these people you had money. Yeah, what you say up here, Messy? Yeah, this is why these goofy bras like this kind of stuff. Because this is dumb as hell. Yeah, this is what they do. This is what they do. All of this, we 1 month into you knowing this dude was even walking the face of the earth, and now he's supposed to pony up $400,000 for this house. He don't know you. You ain't even been through a cycle yet. And he buying a house. You was feeling because what did 10 minutes ago she was feeling some type of way about shacking up, but y'all buying a whole house. I ain't heard nothing about no. We done skipped over the wedding part. Girl, stop this. This can stop right here on part 3. We don't need the rest of them. This can stop right here. One month. He could smell the desperate on her breath. This is what I'm talking about. Listen, this makes no damn sense. A month in, you done in the course of a month, you done met this man. Y'all gone out. Only heard about 2 dates. You went to the Cheesecake Factory and you went to the Red Lobster. We in quarantine, so he done come stay with you during quarantine. And now during quarantine, you gonna buy a house that you can't even set foot in. Somebody help me make this make some sense. Cause yeah, He said, I don't know if they were, but you don't know shit. We say a month was actually too long for those in her position. The I'm old, worthy, etc. So technically a month. Okay. Listen. Hell, I'm talking to a month in. I ain't even really told you nothing about my parents. And y'all buying houses that you not gonna pay for. You gonna live there, but he gonna pay for it. Okay. Yeah, foolish decisions, blaming the man. Yeah. She act like she. This is what I'm talking about. I think if it's his job, how long do I need to work before I get paid? He should know my value. Child by looking like Lizzo big sister. Listen, yeah, you don't know enough after woman. He put it down on her. He played Will down there and Marvin Gaye. Yeah. And John Legend that she don't know, remember the name of. Remember that. Don't forget that part. Yeah. It come down to the D. This is my thing. All D ain't good D. All coochie ain't good coochie. So it's just the fact that you feel like you might not never get some again. Because I ain't never really had that worry or fear. And I'm single. I'm confused. Hey Danny, welcome. Welcome to the foolishness that we are partaking in this afternoon. I'm just not. Hold on. I told y'all that man was clapping them things like, no, for real. This is ridiculous. Hold up. I told you Cheesecake Factory would get your hook, Glaze City. Listen, how could she not see the red flags? I think she making up her own red flags. Because it's some stuff she's saying don't really quite make any kind of sense. What he say? Her and homeboy red flags. These are facts. Yep, vitamin D deficiency. Salute. You probably had other women too. Child, you know what? Hey, could be. Exactly what happened. She said he took her to the Cheesecake Factory after he she had a blowout on the way to meet him at the Cheesecake Factory. So he came and changed her tire. Well, he came just in to rescue her, bought her a tire, put it on, and then they went to the Cheesecake Factory. That's her story. Could be. It started with the Cheesecake Factory. Be careful, ladies, to get you every time. Hey, That Cheesecake Factory be on it. On it. So, is she really mad? He got approved for almost $500,000 home. Child, I don't know. I don't even know. Hold up, y'all. At this point, I don't know what the beef is. I don't know what the beef is, because I'm just confused about how we got all these expectations and all this to somebody you talked to on the phone one time and you know been on the earth for 3 days. You talking about child? You said blow out. I thought you meant hell. Oh yeah, that's her story. On her way, she was on 285 on her way to Perimeter to get to the Cheesecake Factory to meet this man. Her tire blew out. That's her story. It is. It's real. It really is. But let first, where the hell is she going? Because this is going to be 30 minutes of riding for her to tell this damn story. Where's she going?
I was like, hey, you probably need to talk to him because I'm not even listed on the mortgage. Like, from the paperwork I saw, it was only in his name. So he called him. I guess they talked. I was not there.
Listen, Derek, listen.
But I'm assuming that they had talked. So the boyfriend is coming, my ex is coming home saying, yeah, I talked to so-and-so. I sent him over the paperwork. The offer was approved. And they are going to try to do a virtual closing. First, we got to do an inspection. If the inspection goes all well, then we have to do a virtual closing. He also told me that he put down earnest money on the home. He put down, I believe, $5,000. He said, I just transferred the money over to the realtor's account or whatever, so that it could be earnest money for the house. So I'm just like, okay, great. He was like, so realistically, this is April. We should be able to get in that house by June. Okay, no problem. So this is what he told me. About
I know, right?
3 or 4 days later, I get a phone call from the realtor, and the realtor is like, "Hey, I'm just checking to see what you guys want to do about that house." So I was confused. I'm at work, and I said, "Oh, I was told that he put an offer in," and the realtor was like, "He did? I didn't know that he put an offer in." And I said, well, why wouldn't you know? Like, he told me he put the offer in, and he had paid earnest money, $5,000 earnest money. And so the realtor was like, well, let me call him and find out what's going on with that, because I didn't know anything about it. So red flag, of course. So I call him, and
wow.
He, in true narcissistic nature, he flips the script and he like goes off.
Why is every time a man say something now, like they gotta be a damn narcissist?
Excuse me, I have the hiccups. He should
I'm
be
over
calling you. If he has a question, he should call me, because I'm the one that's on a mortgage. He was like, and now it's going to be an issue. And I said, well, did you put the offer in with him or not? And he said, no, I did not put the offer in with him. I put the offer in with a friend of mine who is a realtor, so I can give him the business. So
wait, what?
I did not hear from that realtor again.
Wait. I am no realtor, but I took real estate law for 2 years. You cannot just go pull a realtor off the street and have them go put in an offer on a house. That ain't how that work. That's not how that work at all. Girl, you could have Googled that information. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. Hey, Brian, how are you? Appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, she driving, and she been driving. And we trying to figure out where she going, because she been driving since been driving. Hold on, that's the trigger word. It says he. Yeah, I'm so tired because first of all, you're not using it correctly. And again, you girl, you could have saved yourself a whole lot of this type of stress. Why are we expecting somebody to spend $425,000 in less than 30 days of knowing you? Why are we doing this? That's my question. Why are we doing this? That makes no sense. I'm gonna just, yeah. I just got here. I just met you. But I'm gonna go ahead and blow 425. Okay. Wait a minute, side piece, realtor. This is the story. This is what she's trying to. So instead of him, this is what she's trying to tell us. So instead of him putting in an offer with the realtor who has the listing, which means this is who you have to go through to get to the people who own the damn house, is that realtor, not your friend that you just go pick up off the street. I'm gonna have my boy go over here and broker the deal. He can't do that. That's common, like, that's Google sense. I ain't even gonna call it common sense. That's Google sense. Yeah, none. He said he's well. Yeah, this is not how it's working. He said she been driving for a minute. It was dark outside in part one. This is what I'm talking riding, y'all. Maybe that's why she thought it was a good idea to ride around there rolling in. Derek said it was the D. It must be. It must be. I just ain't never been digmatized. Like I just no. Not too well. Does anything sound good to me? Nah, I ain't never done that. She trying to make it sound like a scam. I don't think this is how this went down. Let me say, it does not work like it doesn't. It doesn't work like that at all. She's trying to construct this in a way to where she's the victim, and she just didn't. It was no feasible way for her to use two brain cells to figure out any of what she says she didn't know. That's what she's trying to convince us of. And right now, I can't ride with it. I can't ride with it. Let's keep going. I can't ride with it.
So I was just like, is the house under contract or is it not? He was like, yes, the house is under contract. This is how crazy things work out. About 3 days later, on realtor.com, I'm looking at the house because I was trying to figure out in my mind how I'm gonna decorate. It shows the house is under contract. So, show my boyfriend. My boyfriend's like, I told you it was under contract. He was like, I did you not believe me? And I ain't had a heart to say, hell no, I didn't believe you. Like, it seemed too good to be true. But once I saw the house was under contract, I absolutely believe that, okay, it's under contract with him. Like, yeah, we're about to do inspection. We are about to move. And so we had driven by the house because, again, keep in mind, a family's still living there. So we had driven by the house. At this point, he was like, I want us to start looking for furniture so that way we can go ahead and order it. So when it's time to move, the furniture is ready because, you know, it takes like 6 to 8 weeks sometimes for furniture to be delivered if they don't have it in stock. Like, he was very methodical and planning and saying, this is what we need to do. So we started going to Home Depot, Lowe's, because we had a printout of what the...
Hold it. Maybe I'm slow, but I was just at Home Depot last weekend and I didn't see no furniture in there. I was in Lowe's last month. I didn't see no furniture in there either. The hell y'all doing at Home Depot and Lowe's? Yeah. This is foolishness. I'm just trying to understand because I didn't see any furniture in Home Depot nor Lowe's. And see, now I keep thinking about because the Home Depot was right next to the Logan's, and now I keep, damn, all right, I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna do better. I ain't going over there. I'm gonna do better. Because that sounds real good right about now. I'm gonna do better. Them yeast rolls, yeah, they be on it. I'm gonna do better. Yeah, I just didn't realize you could purchase furniture at the Home Depot and the Lowe's for your house. Like, yeah. What's going? Just imagine if she took him lunch to work just once. I personally think she lies. I do too. What's going on? This is crazy. This straight crazy. Maybe she meant appliances. Could be. Let's see if you're open to it. I'd like to explain this from a clinical perspective. Yeah, I'm down for it. Hang on, let me drop the link. Looking for Sears. Yeah. Sears used to be the spot. Say patio furniture, baby, but nothing to furnish the interior of it. That's what I'm saying. But I mean, if it's April, by this time, the good stuff ain't really there yet. But handle that later. You need to get the inside of the house together. But again, if the family's still there and you've only done a virtual inspection, what are you talking about? Because what it look like now is more than likely not what it's gonna look like once these people get all this stuff out of there. I personally, I'm not dropping dime one on. If I can't set my foot, if I can't come across the threshold, I can't pay. I can't pay. That's how I roll. At Home Depot. Common sense is on aisle 5. This is what I'm talking about. Yeah, this makes absolutely no sense. But we got what? About another minute to this, and we're gonna finish up part 3. Hold on, y'all.
Sellers were going to take the appliances. He had a printout. Let me be clear. He had a printout. So it said on there that they were going to take the appliances. So we needed to get a new stove, new refrigerator, new microwave, all that stuff. So we went to Home Depot and Lowe's, and I went ham. I chose all these new appliances, and here's where we get into the shopping.
All right, y'all. Let me. See, this is what she was. If we're gonna be for real, this is what she was getting off on. This is what she was getting off on. She was getting off on, you know what I'm saying, the possibility of having this lifestyle is what the problem was. But again, ma'am, we talking less than 30 days of knowing this man was even alive. How do you figure it's time for all of this? How you figure like it's time for all of this? For somebody you're not legally tied to. Bitch, he could have used you to put that house together and then kicked your ass out. Then what? Which, that might have been what happened. If we're going to be for real with it, that might be what prompted all of this in the first place. Even if, let's say that this is what she said, half of what she said so far is true. He could have just used her to put this house together and then gave her the damn boot. Like, come on. Out of order. Well, let's see what's going on with part 4.
All right, part 4. So we go to Home Depot. We
go to dedication while you driving.
I'm choosing all these appliances. He's taking pictures of the SKU number. We had representatives helping us, and he basically explained to them, "Hey, we're buying a house. We should be closing sometime in June. Can we order this stuff now? Can I put a hold on it? Like, what can we do? Because we're not ready for delivery." I stood there as the Home Depot rep said, "We can hold it in our warehouse. Like, you can buy something and we can hold it." People do it all the time, especially with COVID. So I watched him pay. I want to say it was about it was either $350 or $500. I watched him pay a deposit on a whole new set of appliances for them, and they were going to hold it until we were ready for delivery. I watched this. So I was like, okay, good deal. Like, we got the appliances. Next, let's go to room. So at this point in May, I know I look crazy. In this point in May of 2020, I started recording audio diaries. I don't know why. It was something just made me just start recording my thoughts in an audio diary, and I still have them. And I would save them by the date, and I would just start talking about what's on my mind. So I was like, I knew there was something was nagging me, like, but I kept pushing it out of my mind. I was like, you saw, this is what I reminded myself. You saw him pay for the appliances. You know the house is under contract. You know that he told you that he's the one who put the house under contract. Why would, like, I remember saying to myself, why would he lie about that? This is so easy to verify. Why would he lie about that? Have you caught him in any other lie? And at the time, the answer was inspection didn't happen. Around mid-May, I found out I was pregnant. May 2020. Of course. When I found out I was pregnant, he was ecstatic, and I was like, oh shit. The reason why I was oh shit is because, number one, I'm plus size. Number two, because of my age,
that was the real problem. Because, ma'am, whether you know what I'm saying, had been pregnant then, or been pregnant in 3 years, you still was gonna be plus size and not a kid. So no, the real problem was you in this shit less than 60 days and you knocked up and don't nobody even really know about this man. That was your real problem. It has shit to do with you being plus size and all this other shit you just threw to the table. Shit, my mom was fat when she had me. Shit, I'm here. Like, we gonna stop. We're gonna stop, man. That was the problem. The people who mattered didn't know anything about him, and the people who did know about him told you he was a damn fool. That's what the issue was. So it's making more sense to me. So yeah, because you went into this raggedy as hell, you thought, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and back him into buying this house. So then when you did present him, it could be like, you know what I'm saying, yeah, I know it was messed up, but it worked out in my favor because look at all what he done for me. That's what you thought you was gonna run, and he put a screeching halt to that. Yeah, Aspen, they can't do nothing else. They get pregnant. Way too damn old for this. Yes. Yeah. Raw dogging. Yeah. All of that. So that's the real problem. Yeah. She needed some panty powder. Yeah. Something, child. Truth is, I'm tired. Listen. Fool, this some straight foolishness. Straight. Yeah. Apparently, Prime. Apparently it was gonna be. But now you've added more trauma to the situation. I just don't understand. I don't. How y'all can't keep track of y'all cycles? Because I've had one for 34 years. I know when it's coming. I understand how ovulation works. So I know when to tell you to get up off of me. Y'all full of crap. I'm sorry. We're just not gonna do this. She did, probably. You know, I don't know. Because she the thinking don't seem to be her strong suit. So she probably was just whatever happened. She probably was on some whatever happened. Let's continue on.
You know that I was pregnant. Went to the doctor. Everything looked good. But again, because it was COVID, he couldn't go in with me into the actual room. So, doing any sort of ultrasound, doing the blood test, because my HCG levels were really high. So the doctor was like, hey, it might be twins. We don't know yet. You're still kind of early, along. They gave me a due date. Due date was January 26th of 2021. So yeah, May, found out I was pregnant. So there was now more of a push into, we got to get a house.
The push was we got to solidify this. We got to get together. How are you having a whole conversation about finding out you was pregnant in the middle of COVID, unmarried, and I ain't seen a damn I ain't seen her shed not near tear yet. So yeah, that was a push. Oops, we done fucked up. We got to hurry up and get married and get this house so I can, put the best bow on this shit pie that I could possibly make. Yeah, the push was on. The push was on. Just not for the reason she trying to convince us. Just saying, y'all.
We gotta get the fuck up out of here. I'm not having a baby in Riverdale. Okay, nothing against Riverdale.
Why are you worried? What you need to be worried about?
So we need to find out what's going on with this house. And so he was on top of it. He had an answer for everything. He was like, I'm gonna call and find out what's going on, blah blah blah. He then magically told me about a week later, oh, they're going to do inspection on the house like in 2 days. So I was just like, okay, keep in mind, I'm taking his word for it. I'm taking his word for all this. So he's like, they're going to do an inspection. Once we get the inspection report back, then we will know what we are going to be responsible for. What are we getting ourselves into? So, I guess they did an inspection. He showed me an inspection report. Only thing that they said that the roof had just recently been replaced, which I remember he was very happy about. And the issues that there were for the house were minor. It was not a bad, because we did have a discussion about it. He was like, it's nothing that we can't handle. Then he said that we were set to close the end of May. We were set to close the end of May. He told me it was going to be a virtual closing. Mm-hmm. You're probably like, what the hell is a virtual closing?
I know exactly what a virtual closing is.
He's saying because of COVID, people are not closing in the office. They're doing a virtual closing where you would need to electronically sign the paperwork. This is what he's telling me. And so he was like, we're set to close like just before Memorial Day. And so for some reason, again, there's still that nagging part. For some reason, I didn't start packing. Anyone that knows me will tell you I hate moving. I've done it enough in my life. I hate moving. But I did not start packing up that house at all. I was just like, I'm pregnant. My body was changing so fast that it was like I can barely keep my eyes open half the day. And so, no, I didn't start packing. And I remember I did record, again, I was recording audio diaries just about every day. When something didn't sit right, I would verbally record it in the audio diary because I was like, I don't know what it is, but there's something. That was the theme of our relationship. I don't know what it is, but I know there's something. And so I remember talking to myself in my little prayer closet, because that's where I would do my recordings. And I remember thinking, what if we don't get this house? Like, what if he's lying? But again, there goes that thought process of, why would he lie about this? Like, who makes up that they're buying a house when in fact they're not?
Yeah. I'm getting tired of her. I'm still waiting on her getting done dirty. I'm not there yet. Because at this point, she sounds like she was a facilitator of all of this. I'm gonna keep sipping. She sounds like a facilitator. I need some snacks for this shit, y'all. Seriously, I do. It's out of order. Yeah, what you say? Yeah. Yeah. Make it a triple. Voluntary, yeah. This don't make no sense. This don't make that. You could have verified all of this, ma'am. I ain't getting up. I don't want. I don't want to. What you say? She tried to hook him and it backfired. No BC, just raw and just too much. Yeah, she thought she had a sucker. This is what I'm talking about. Y'all, this is pitiful. This is how folk out here moving. This is out of order. Thank you, Brian, for the Cash App. I appreciate your support. This too much, y'all. This is too. Listen, y'all, why the hot light notification just came on? Yeah, the hot light notification just came on. We're gonna leave that alone. Let's get to part 5. I need to hear about him doing her dirty.
Okay, part 5. Who the fuck did I marry? So I'm questioning all this stuff in my head out loud on my audio diaries. And then once again, I'm like, but look at what he's giving you. Like, he's paying. It wasn't a question about money.
Yes, it was.
It was just a question of, are we really about to move into this house? And keep in mind, he's paying all the household bills. He still is. So we were supposed to close before Memorial Day. We didn't. There was an excuse. There was always an excuse with him. Always an excuse. And I didn't know enough about the process to question stuff because I really wasn't involved the way I should have been. And it was giving me a lot of anxiety. So I'm pregnant with a lot of anxiety.
Where's her family at?
And if I'm gonna be 100% honest with y'all, I was not expecting that I was probably going to have a healthy pregnancy because I was stressed. And what I was stressed about is I didn't know what was going on because I wasn't really involved the way that a normal relationship would be involved.
Hold it. Girl, nah, we are not gonna be here. I mean, child, no, we gonna be here all night. So they ain't had prime. They have had zero discussion about a ring or any type of engagement. They ain't discussed any of that shit. But she expected this man to drop $425,000 on their house. Yeah, this shit's out of order. Man taking charge is what I would think she would like, but you're right. So that's what I was going to say. Yeah. You got stacks ready. I got some too. This I do want to say this. Ma'am, Miss Ressa Tessa, Bisa, Issa, whoever the fuck you are, your name, I'm saying that again, your name was not on any of that paperwork. So you ain't have shit to say. You wasn't supposed to be involved. Your name wasn't on any of that shit. That's a single man. That was a single man transaction. You have no wife title. You are not co-borrower on any of that damn Chase paperwork. So you wasn't supposed to have shit to say. You wasn't supposed to be involved. You playing the part you signed up for. So shut the fuck up and have this damn baby. Who in the hell comes into, this ain't gonna be a good pregnancy? The fuck? What? This sounds like somebody been to the clinic a time or two, if you ask me. That's just my opinion, but let us keep on. I got shit to do tonight too, Prime. That's why we ain't gonna be here all night with this nonsense. Say happy in the land of make believe. This is hell. She ain't even happy in the land of make believe. This is supposed to be the type of man that she want. What she been looking for, and he moving. How she says she want the man to move, and all we done heard for 4 fucking episodes of this is her bitching. So you got what you asked for. You still ain't happy. You just don't want to be happy. Fuck all of that. I'm not here to operate in that manner. Well, she could have just been along for the ride. Yeah. Then ride. Sit back and ride. Baby pop bimbo. But listen, this too much. This about to be way too much. But let's see what else she talk about. I'm finna get offended. I'm gonna try to be cool. I'm gonna sit here and keep sipping, because
Just being honest. So we did not close around, we move now into June. This is now going into June. Around June 5th, I looked at the house again on realtor.com. I don't know what made me do it, other than, and I don't mean to sound super spiritual. I know that people are like, you may or may not believe in God, but I'm telling you, I believe with all my heart, probably the Holy Spirit was like, look at that house on realtor.com. So I looked at the house on realtor.com. This was around June 5th. It showed that the house was off the market. And I remember being like, okay, wait, what does that mean? What does that mean? Because ex-husband is telling me we're about to close on the house. We're about to close. It's our house. We got furniture, da-da-da. He's also telling me that he's been in contact with the realtor, his friend, who was telling him, this is what was happening next. Here's what's going on. So the guy that we initially worked with apparently is completely out of the picture. But again, I was not heavily involved.
You weren't supposed to be involved.
So I'm just like, let me look at the house. I see it's off market. What the fuck does off market mean? Like, now I'm really freaking out. So it shows the real estate agent for the seller. I don't remember her name. I called her and I said, I said, my husband and I, even though I wasn't married, my husband and I were looking at this house at 123 Main Street. And we really wanted to tour it, but now I'm showing it's off market. Is it not available? Or, I pulled that card and she was like, oh, no, ma'am. The home closed yesterday. It closed June 4th. Again, there are certain dates I just remember. And I said, oh, it closed June 4th? I was like, really? And she said, yes, ma'am. She was like, my sellers sold the house. And I was like, oh, man, okay. Well, I said, my husband and I really wanted, we love the pictures of it. And we're getting ready to start a family. So I would have loved to have been able to, have the opportunity to see it. I asked her something. I don't remember the specific question I asked her. And I know why I asked the question, because I was anticipating that my boyfriend at the time was going to have some sort of excuse. So I asked her something about the buyers. And I remember, and somehow, again, forgive me, I don't remember the question I asked her. But the answer was that it was an older white couple. Older white couple. So I get off the phone with her. I record an audio diary. And in the audio diary, I specifically say, okay, there is no house. He's going to have to get out of this lie somehow. Because now I realize, at the very least, he was lying about him being the one who was under contract. I knew enough about that. So I was like, what, how was he going to get out of this? Again, I've listened to the audio diary in 2024. I literally said in our audio diary, how is he going to get out of this lie? And I was trying to think of ways on how he's going to do it. And something said to me, because I say it on the audio diary, I said, he's going to say it's a bad deal. And he's going to say he wants to pull out. Y'all keep in mind, I am pregnant. So I had a decision to make.
Did you now?
As ugly as this decision was, I made the decision, you're about to have a baby with this man. He's paying all the household bills. Let him get out of the lie. And that's what I did. I purposely made the decision that I knew he was going to come back, and I knew he was going to give me some bullshit on why he couldn't buy the house, because he didn't know that I knew that house is already sold. The house is already sold. And this is the part where I said, I'm gonna be honest, even though it's gonna make me look bad, because most women in their right mind would have been like, I'm out. And I didn't. So, sure enough, he came home. He didn't really say anything that day. The next day I asked him about the house. And he said, my friend, the realtor, he was like, I'm talking to him because something's going on with the interest rate. And when he said that, I felt so much relief, because I knew that I had been prepared for, he's going to give you some bullshit. So when he said there's something with the interest rate, I said, you know what? This is literally what I said, y'all. If the interest rate isn't good, then we shouldn't move there. We should probably let this house go. We should cancel whatever furniture we ordered, or, appliances, and let's just look for another house. I said, I would like to be moved before the end of the year. I said, I really don't want to be 9 months pregnant.
Hold up. The time frame from start relationship to pregnancy was about 4 or 5 weeks. You met in March. She found out she was pregnant in May. The beginning of May. So she got pregnant in April. So about, 4 to 5 might be generous. 3 to 4 weeks. Oh, damn, man. Yeah. She is. This is stupid. Yeah. Nothing good. Right. So she can't say anything good about him because she got to be the victim. Yeah. 4 weeks. Yeah, Danny. Like no time at all. So he was in a house about it in less than 30 days.
Moving into a house. I would like to be done with this before then. And the way I said it was so calm. And he was like, okay. He was like, I'm gonna call the friend, the realtor, and tell him I'm backing out of the house and I'm gonna see if I can get my earnest money back. And I remember looking at him. I was standing in the kitchen and I cocked my head to the side and I said, okay, get your earnest money back and let's find another house. And so that's how that first house fell through. So, fast forward, I keep looking at this to see how much time I have because they only give you 10 minutes. So this is part 5, part 6 is coming up. But subsequently, what ends up happening the next week, which is mid-June, I was at work. And I started cramping, started bleeding. And at this point, my doctor, I had just had an ultrasound earlier that day. So I went to work because the ultrasound was fine. I went to work and the cramping and the bleeding started. And I started crying because I kind of knew what was going on. And my doctor had called me and told me that when they did the ultrasound, they did not see a heartbeat. So she was like, this pregnancy is not going to be viable.
And they let you go?
So I'm crying, hysterical. Now we're going to get into part 6.
You lying. You a whole fucking liar. You ain't going to no doctor, had no ultrasound. They tell you they can't find no heartbeat and they let you get up and go about your damn life. Bullshit. See, that's bullshit. That is straight bullshit. Now, 1 or 2 things that happen. 1, you wasn't never pregnant, or 2, you telling a damn lie. Listen, that ain't how that work. Tell me you figured out he ain't like her like that. Listen. She making up props because she thinks it's she can control, but doesn't she know that part? This some bull. Nope. This some bull. See, this bitch. Here we go. Part 6.
Okay, so this is part 6 of Who the Fuck Did
How
I
you
Marry?
got time for all of this?
So where we left off. So obviously, my doctor called and told me there was no heartbeat. The pregnancy was not viable.
They had to call you and tell you that shit.
And I was cramping and spotting at work. Went into my best friend's office and immediately
they ain't told you that over no
crying.
phone.
She was like, what's going on? And I said, I told her what the doctor said. And she grabbed her keys, grabbed her purse, and was like, let's go. I'm taking you home. On my way home, I called my boyfriend and told him what the doctor said. And he was like, I'll meet you at home. So he was coming from Duluth, went straight home. And so about 24 or 48 hours later, I had a doctor's appointment. And my doctor gave me 3 options. First option, let everything happen naturally. Your body will expel the fetus on its own. Second option, you can take a pill which will induce expelling the fetus at home. The pill basically will cause you to contract and expel.
You're some bullshit.
The third option was to go into the hospital and do a DNC.
You're going to have to have a DNC either way.
Because I did not want to be in a hospital with COVID going on. And for whatever reason, I did not do the option of let it happen naturally. So I chose to do the pill.
Everything else is happening naturally.
His birthday was June 17th.
Let you tell it.
My ex's birthday was June 17th. So the decision was made. We're going to celebrate his birthday that day, go out to eat. And then that night I would take the pill because we both were off from work the next 2 or 3 days.
Oh my God. This is bullshit.
Went out to eat, to try to celebrate as best we could, and then took the pill that night. That night was the most traumatic, excruciating pain I've ever put my body through. I do not recommend any woman, if prayerfully you don't have to go through that, but I don't recommend taking that pill. If you don't have to, don't do it. I stayed
you didn't have to do it.
Night in the bathroom, just crying in so much pain. I couldn't take, they gave me a narcotic. I couldn't take it because I found out I was allergic to it. So it was causing me to like projectile vomiting. It was a mess. So, and he was right there. You know, he was scared that he needed to take me to the ER. But in the morning, the pain kind of subsided. So about 72 hours later, I had another doctor's appointment where the purpose of this appointment was to do an ultrasound to see if everything had passed. Everything did not pass. So because of that, my doctor was like, we're going to have to do a DNC.
They was going to have to do one anyway.
My DNC was scheduled for the first week of July. My boyfriend, my ex, was going to take me.
Hold it. Whoa.
That was always.
Whoa. This bitch lying, y'all. She lying. And this shit happened June 18th. How in the hell they gonna let you walk around with pieces of another person in you for another fucking 2 weeks? This is bullshit. I'm gonna say it one more time. This is bullshit. Shame on you for telling these kind of damn lies, because I'm sure somebody who has been through losing their child is watching this shit, watching you tell these bullshit ass lies. These is lies. No. I need it. These lies. Right. Now she got pregnant in April. We in the middle of June. And they didn't get the rest out to the first week of July. Bullshit. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, all aboard the pity party. I don't have any for her. Shame is what she needs. I got some shame for her. What you say? It's not enough. Yeah, it's not enough liquor in the state to get through the rest of this. Because I feel like I need to add some more to this cup. This is some foolishness. See, shame. Yeah, this is some bullshit. This straight bullshit she talk about. Yeah, this grade A. This grade A bullshit right here. Yeah, this some bull. This some bull. This some bull. This some bull. That's all I got. This some bull. Let me pull myself together. Let me. So we can get through this. We're gonna hurry get through this. I'm getting upset.
It's always the plan. 2 days before my procedure, he comes home and tells me that he is up for promotion. He's up to be promoted to VP. Because of this, the president of the company, excuse me, is coming in, and it was going to be this huge business meeting he had to go to. The business meeting was scheduled for the day of my surgery. And so I'm throwing a fit.
Please do.
I was like, you
Please
there's
add
no
her.
way you can do that meeting. Like, I need you to take me to the hospital and all this other stuff. And so he offered to have his sister take me to the hospital. Apparently his sister lived in Douglasville. I was like, no, because I've never met her. Like, I'm not having a stranger take me to the hospital. No, this is a private situation. I don't want to do that, blah, blah, blah.
So, this is my thing. You took a pill to start the expulsion process a fucking month ago. What the fuck is so detrimental about you going in here now? You've been walking around with dead human for a month. What the fuck? I'm trying to get this promotion solidified. You've been dragging this shit out for a month. I'm going to the meeting. Fuck the dumb shit. I'm going to the meeting. These grown folks' decisions. These grown folks' decisions. It's called life. I'm not. Yeah. Mm-mm.
So my aunt had offered to take me, and then my friend who took me home from work had offered to take me. So at that point, we get into an argument because he's like, my sister is, you about your family, so why can't she step in? And I was like, nah, because I don't know her. Period.
That's what you should have been doing instead of raw dogging.
So my friend offers to take me to the hospital because I was all
thanks for hanging out
distressed that he's saying he has a business meeting, and
this in the middle of COVID, he wasn't gonna be able to be in there with you anyway.
So I remember being on I-75 on the connector on the phone with her crying because I was so embarrassed that he wasn't going to be the one to take me, and that I was needing to rely on someone else to take me to the hospital in order to get a D&C done. And she was really great. She was like, girl, this is why you have a village. Like, it's okay. Things happen. The world is crazy right now. I will take you. You're going to be okay. So he did not take me to the hospital for my D&C. My friend did. She could not stay because of COVID protocol. So when they wheeled me into pre-op after I got checked in, I texted him and was just letting him know, hey, here's the update. I'm about to, I'm in pre-op. They're going to get me prepared to go back to the surgical ward or whatever. And the response I got was from his new executive assistant named David. Now, when he told me he was up for the promotion, he did tell me that part of getting this new job would be that he would get an executive assistant named David. And he did tell me, I'm going to make sure that I inform David, if you get a text from this number, meaning from me, pull me out of the meeting because, my fiance's having a procedure done and I'm picking her up. So it's important that you come get me if it's something serious. So I text him. David responds. He said, yeah, Mr. Blah, blah told me that you are having a procedure done. If you need me to get him, I can go get him. He's in a meeting. Just let me know what you need. And I just said, no, don't bother him. I'm just giving an update that they're about to take me back. And David responds and says, I'm so sorry you're going through this. Please let me know if there's anything I can do. So I have the procedure. I wake up and I am now in recovery. I should be in recovery 45 minutes up to an hour and a half. I wake up, first thing I ask, and I remember asking, is where is so-and-so? The nurse who was so sweet, she was like, everything went well. You're doing great. She said, we spoke to your fiance. He's on his way. So I said, okay, okay. I kind of dozed back out, but I could still hear everything that was going on. I just could not keep my eyes open to save my life. So I hear her talk to the other nurse. And that's when she said, yeah, Dr. So-and-so called her fiance and his executive assistant picked up. And the executive assistant said that he was in a business meeting and that, you could relay to him what you need to say and he'll tell the fiance. And my doctor was like, hell no, HIPAA, I need to speak to him. So apparently my fiance called the doctor back about 30 minutes later And the doctor informed him she'll be ready to be
This
discharged
is
in
what I'm talking
about
about.
an hour. You know, you can make your way and come pick her up. He said he was on his way. He was on his way from Duluth to Atlanta, which is not a huge distance, but the time of day, one thing about Atlanta, there's always traffic. So he should have been there within the hour. I should have only been in recovery an hour and a half. Let's go to the next part.
This shit's gonna stop to try my patience, y'all. Like, you drug this shit out for a whole month. Why are we expecting this man to stop business for some shit you've drugged out for a month? If that was one of your three options, you should have just gone with that option because it usually ends up with that shit happening any fucking way. Like, what are we doing? This is bullshit. It's bull. Yeah, I don't know what aspect to process this bullshit. Because I'm about to be over it. She done got on my nerves. Yeah. This is what I'm saying. These decisions that she made. Yeah, this cap all day long. All day long. So nothing, this is my thing. Nothing went right with this man. Why are you with this man? Exactly, King. Yeah. Yeah. She is. She really is. Hold on. I'm over it. Let me get the next piece. Hold on. Okay. Don't make no sense. You said I smell all deal with. You smell all I deal with is scammers. At this point, who's scamming who? Something, something, yes, something just ain't right. Ooh, it just ain't right. Yes. Ooh. Mm. And yeah. The child got one right here. It's about I need to I'm gonna have to re-up, y'all. This is getting low. It's getting low. You think he left her? He could have not really ever really been there. We don't know. We gonna hit 7. We picking up a little stain. We gonna hit 7 because she about to piss me off. But while I figure out what I'm gonna drink next, because this about to be too much.
Part 7. Who the fuck did I marry? So I should have been in
I
recovery
need her
at
to get
Northside
consistent with this
Hospital
damn
for
volume.
about at most an hour and a half. Subsequently, I ended up being in recovery between 3 to 3.5 hours. The nurses kept calling my ex, asking what's the status, because they were actually getting ready to do a shift change. So they kept calling, asking, what's the status? What's the status? Like, where are you? I want to say that they called a total of 3 times and they spoke to him twice. Um, so at this point, I knew that they were all like, where is her where is her fiance? Like, what is going on? He said he was stuck in traffic, and so he was making his way there. He eventually did get to Northside Hospital, and they wheeled me down because, again, he couldn't come in just because of the protocols. So when I got in the car, and I'm in pain, but yet drugged up, couldn't keep my eyes open, couldn't really, I was just out of it.
How we drugged up
They
and
were
in
calling
pain
my
all at the
mother
same time?
and letting them know I picked her up. We're on the way home. Let me get her settled, and then I'll give you guys an update. I remember that. What I did not know was that he had texted my aunt and my mom and asked them to not bother me for like a week. Like, just please don't reach out to her. Let her
Who
just
family going for
rest.
that shit?
I am from New Jersey. I am from an African American family. You don't tell my black mama or my black aunt that, um, please don't bother her for a week.
Hold it. Wait, I got questions.
Okay, so I just want to clear up some things that I realized.
Wait a minute. I must have run to hit something. Hold up, y'all. I got questions. Okay, break some clarity before we continue. Okay. Y'all, this bitch done call herself a one. Never mind. I do too. 2020, not even 60 days. Now I've counted more than 50 L's for this is what I'm saying. I'm about to spend the silly, yeah, silly hoe for real. Okay, so how y'all? How is he calling your mama and your aunt and all of them, and he ain't met these people? Or did I miss it? Did she say anything about her introducing this man to her family? I must have missed that. That's not. I didn't hear that. I didn't hear anything about her mentioning she introduced this man to her family. So how the hell is he calling people making requests? Okay, I don't make sure. Hold on. System. You just wanted to clarify. 7 re-upload. Okay. Y'all, she got to clarify some things. Hold up. Be trying to make herself look bad. I didn't think I missed that. No news says she. Last time you said she went from 100,000 to 700. Yeah, over the foolishness. I'm telling you, we will support some foolishness and some nonsense. Support it all day long. All day. All right, she said she got to clarify a couple things before she continue on with the story. So let's see what she's talking about.
Okay, so I just want to clear up some things that I realized is kind of creating some confusion. So just allow this video to serve as a stop sign. Let's clarify. First of all, the story, background. He was born in Philly, raised in Philly, and moved to Augusta. Story is that he moved to Augusta for high school. After high school, he went to college at San Diego State. Enjoyed San Diego State, stayed in San Diego for quite a while. Got married out in California, had a house in California, played arena football out in California, but his family was back here in Augusta, Georgia. He still had a lot of family up in Philly, but for the most part, he had a sister in Augusta, he had a sister in Douglasville, he had a brother in Baltimore, he had another brother in Philly, and he had a brother in Nashville. So I just want to clarify that in terms of not the demographics, but the geography. Born in Philly, came to Augusta for high school, went to San Diego State for college, played football, stayed at San Diego, got married out there, but still had quite a bit of family here in here in Georgia. He also had a sister, I think I said, who lived in Douglasville. I have physically met his aunt who lived in Augusta. I've met his brother who lives in Augusta. I have spoken on FaceTime with a brother who lives in Baltimore. And then I will demonstrate how he used to talk to the brother that lives in Philly. That's coming up. You haven't missed that. In terms of the proposal, you did not miss the story of the proposal. I simply didn't want to share it because it was embarrassing. Basically, he gave me 3 ring options. We went to a jeweler at the Mall of Georgia. he had me pick out 3 rings. I told him which one I liked the most because I knew it wasn't a romantic proposal at all. I knew which ring I liked the most. I told him which one. He basically said, when I'm ready, I'll give you the ring and I'll propose. Fast forward about, I guess it was summer, because I was actually pregnant when the ring came. We were sitting at the dinner table. He took the ring box out of his pocket, slammed it on the dinner table, and I was like, what is this? He was like, open it. I opened it. Inside was the ring that I had wanted, that I had chosen at the jeweler. And he was like, all right, so this means that you're going to be my wife. I was pregnant. So again, when I asked y'all to give me grace, it's because there are certain things that's just like, girl, what was you thinking? Trust me. There's no excuse. So there was never a, will you marry me? It was more of a, we're living together. We're having a baby together. We need to get married, because the backstory also was that his dad was a retired police officer, but at one point his father was a pastor. So he could quote the Bible like nobody's business, as we all know. So can Lucifer. But anyway, he could quote the Bible like no one's business. And so that's how we ended up engaged. And I was wearing a ring. I will find a picture and I will try to post it. But I was wearing the ring. Don't worry, there's more to that story as well. So just wanted to clarify some things for the people who were like, wasn't it weird that he had a sister who lived close, but he's from Philly? So I just wanted to definitely bring clarity to what he told me was the backstory. Born in Philly, came to Augusta for high school, went to California for college, played football at San Diego State, played football and arena football, worked at Apple, and then joined the condiment company in California, who then transferred him back to Georgia. He was married in California, and he told me he got divorced in California.
Hey, Mo. We had a clarification video for part 7.
And so the ex-wife, at this point in time, at the time that I'm telling you part 7, which is the last video I just posted, the ex-wife lived in California with her 2 kids, his 2 stepkids. The 2 stepkids were 17 and 20 or 21, but they were that age group. And he was saying that he was very close with them. So he wanted to keep a tight relationship with them. And he talked to them, if not every day, every other day. When I say, and when I say this, I need y'all to understand. When I say that he talked to someone, it means that he was on the phone in front of me talking to the person. I hope that, because I will touch back on this. He was on the phone in front of me talking to the person. So he talked to his siblings every day. He talked to his aunt almost every day. He talked to his family the way I talk to my family almost every day.
Yet your family didn't know shit about this dude.
I will also demonstrate how he used to do the work phone calls, because he called me every single day from work. And he would talk to people while he was on the phone with me. And I could hear
we trying to
people
muddle through this nonsense.
But that's a whole nother part. So again, buckle your seats. I promise I'm reading your comments. I'm reading your questions.
Of course,
I wanted to bring this video just to clarify some stuff. Hopefully this helps. And honestly, I know people are fascinated by this, but more than anything, I hope that there's a woman watching.
I'm fascinated on this little ass wig you got on.
Okay, it's time for me to ask some questions. That's my hope.
I'm fascinated by that little ass wig. You know that shit too little. What's the problem? What is the problem? Y'all, then she went, okay, she did set 7, which we just saw. Then she did the clarification because people was asking questions. Now she done gone. Why we doing a re-upload? We gonna watch this shit? I guess so. All right, y'all.
Part 7. Who the fuck did I marry? So I should have been in recovery at Northside Hospital for about at most an hour and a half.
It is.
Subsequently, I ended up being in recovery between 3 to 3.5 hours. The nurses kept calling my ex, asking what's the status, because they were actually getting ready to do a shift change. So they kept calling, asking, what's the status? What's the status? Like, where are you? I want to say that
Then they got like 3 versions of part 7.
3 times, and they spoke to him twice. So at this point, I knew that they were all like, where is her fiance? Like, what is going on? He said he was stuck in traffic, and so he was making his way there. He eventually did get to Northside Hospital, and they wheeled me down because, again, he couldn't come in just because of the protocols. So when I got in the car, and I'm in pain,
that's what I'm saying.
I get drugged up.
You hurt, you drugged up, but you hurt.
I was just out of it. But I remember him calling my aunt and my mother and letting them know I picked her up. We're on the way home. Let me get her settled, and then I'll give you guys an update. I remember that. What I did not know was that he had texted my aunt and my mom and asked them to not bother me for like a week. Like, just please don't reach out to her. Let her just rest. I am from New Jersey.
What does that have to do with anything?
Family. You don't tell my black mama or my black aunt that, please don't bother her for a week.
They should have been at your house waiting on your ass to get back
at the time. But I'm just interjecting that part. I'm trying to stay in the timeline, but he did apparently do that, and my aunt was like, "Why will fuck you up?" Anyway, so go home.
Okay.
He waits on me hand and foot. I recover. Just needed about 24 to 48 hours to just get my mind right. During this time, in between when the house in Douglasville fell through, we had not talked about a house. So I guess it was about a week later, after the DNC, he decides that, do you want to start looking for a house again? Excuse me, I have hiccups, y'all. Do you want to start looking for a house again?
That's good. He's a good man, so then
I felt like I was smarter this time to say, I want to be involved in every aspect, because I don't know what the fuck happened with that house in Douglasville. But what I do know is that he lied to me. I didn't know then what I know now. I just knew he lied about I knew he lied about being under contract. So I told him, I said, I don't want to work with your friend who I've never met, never talked to. I know that he has talked to him because he's talked to him in front of me. And I'm going to demonstrate on one of the videos how he used to do his phone calls. Don't worry, it's coming. So we found a new real estate agent. Really nice guy. His name was Scott. I am using his real name. Really nice guy. And we told him what the budget was. And Scott was like, okay, when you guys are ready, we can start looking at houses. Try to look for houses that are empty, because you can actually tour those. If it's a house where someone's already living in there, chances are it's going to be a virtual tour because of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So I found a house I absolutely, in total, we must have looked at about 15 houses. But I found a house in Smyrna that I absolutely loved. We toured the house. Everything about this house was perfect. The house was listed for 699,000. It was a brand new construction build. The only issue was that the basement was not finished. He wanted the basement to be his man cave.
Hey, Corey, what's going on?
Again, I went with him to tour this house. So this was already feeling very different than the situation in Douglasville, because we did not actually tour the Douglasville house. We only did a FaceTime virtual tour. This house in Smyrna, we toured. We toured this house more than once. Um, and it was gorgeous. Fucking gorgeous. So we talked about it. He said that he had the money. Um, Again, the price was $699. He said he felt comfortable putting in an all cash offer. If you remember on the videos before, he told me he had money in his savings from when he played football. So when he said an all cash offer, even I knew you you got that kind of money, like where you can cut a cashier's check for 699,000. And he told me he did. He had money in savings from when he played football, and he was very comfortable paying all cash for this home. So the real estate agent, Scott, sent over the paperwork. The paperwork was sent in both of our names. It was sent to my email. That was another thing that I changed after Douglasville. Everything gets sent to me, and then I will be sure that he signs it. So he sent it to me. I looked over the offer. We were going to put in an all cash, full price offer with a request to have the basement finished. Also, we were requesting for the seller to give us an answer within 24 hours. Um, we were requesting a quick closing. These are just some of the things I remember. I remember 24 hours, like I didn't want to wait on y'all think about it. 24 hours, let us know if you're accepting the offer or not. And then also a quick closing because it was a new construction. So we didn't have to wait for the current tenant to move out. We didn't have to do that. So I watched in our bedroom as he pulled it up because it was a electronic document. He signed his name to the offer for $699,000 cash. He requested again, the seller let us know in 24 hours if they were accepting the offer. So we submitted the offer at around 6 p.m. We were requesting that by 6 p.m. the next day, they let us know if the offer was accepted or not. I watched him sign the offer. I sent the offer back to Scott from my email. All parties had signed. Scott texted us and said, I got it. I'm submitting it. I will let you know what they say. Let's go in.
Wow. Y'all need to quit.
Sorry. Let's go into part 8. Good grief, this is getting long.
Y'all need to quit playing. All right. Listen. I don't even know what to say. Except that's all I can say right now. That's all I got. I was gonna say that, but since you beat me to it, yeah, that part, Mo. Mm-hmm. She is indeed running low on lines. Oh, live. Yeah. This the couple lives. There ain't shit in there. Nothing. Lord. Child, how much did we go? What was what, Blaze? Lord. This is pitiful. This too much. Way too many flags and holes in Shirley's story. Damn, y'all keep calling her Shirley. All right, y'all. Here we go. Part 8. We got a new background for part 8. Hold up, y'all. We got a new background.
All right, part 8 of Who the Fuck Did I Marry? So we submitted an offer on the house in Smyrna. I sent it over to Scott, our realtor.
They really are.
And next day comes, Scott asks if we can take a phone call. So he calls us and tells us that the offer was not accepted and the builder did not do a counter offer. We don't exactly know why. We don't exactly know why he didn't accept it, but the bottom line is that we figured out later on that he didn't want to finish the basement. So the offer was not accepted. The house fell through. I was okay with that because, again, I knew he had put in an offer. So we continued looking at other houses. We found another house in Smyrna that he really liked. I thought that it was way too big for just the two of us. And so
what woman you know say that
was much higher than the $750,000 that Chase had approved for the mortgage. So what he explained to me was that he was willing to do the $750,000 mortgage, and he was also willing to put a significant amount of the money in savings on the house, which meant that he was now comfortable going from $750,000 up to about $900,000.
Shit.
Again, his whole explanation was, I have the money where I can put down a substantial down payment, bring down the price of the home, and then basically mortgage the rest of it. So that was now the plan. I was not comfortable with a home over $900,000. But again, keep in mind, I saw the Chase paperwork. So I was like, I just feel more comfortable sticking with the $750,000 mark.
Mortgage approvals to somebody they know less than a month.
Let's go with that. By this point, this is now fall of 2020. We had been talking about marriage. I had my ring. He had made VP at the company. And again, he was calling me every day from work. I need to kind of explain how the company was ran, because when you think
how do you know that
you would think he would be in an office. It was a condiment company. So they actually were producing the condiments. And I'm not saying the name of the company on purpose, but they were producing the condiments in this particular plant location. So a lot of times he would simply tell me that he walked the floor, checking in with his subordinates, basically. Now, how did he go to work? For the most part, at this point, he left before I woke up. However, pretty much he wore dress pants, kind of like a dark navy blue cargo pant. And he had a polo shirt with the company logo on it. What I saw a lot of times is that he would not wear the polo shirt to work. He would wear like a company t-shirt. He would wear rubber sole shoes and the navy blue cargo pants. I didn't think it was a uniform, but it reminded me of what someone would wear when I worked at Amazon, if you're going to be doing manual labor. He didn't go to work sloppy looking at all, but it definitely was not suit and tie. nowhere near suit and tie. It is fair to note that outside of work, he was a man who he loved to dress. He loved to wear the latest Jordans. He loved to collect watches. He collected a lot of Invicta watches. Um, he he loved to collect hats. He wore hats, baseball caps everywhere because he didn't like the shape of his head. Um, so in terms of how he dressed casually, the man, he could dress. In terms of how he dressed for work, yeah, he didn't dress like a VP. But his excuse was, I'm constantly walking the production floor, and I can't be in a suit and tie walking the production floor where they're creating the condiments that we're selling. So by this point, again, this is fall. We're still looking at houses. We're still touring houses as much as we can because it is COVID. We had found another house that we really liked and a house that I really truly wanted to put an offer in on. This was now going to be the second house that we put an offer on. He put in the asking price, I believe, was about 700,000. He put in under asking an offer for about 650,000. I'm guessing, but I'll try to find the house and put it on the story. The reason that house fell through, we found out that the home was sitting on a septic tank.
Nope.
We found out that the septic tank had an issue, and it would have taken about $15,000 to $20,000 to fix the septic tank.
No, thank you.
Sellers were not willing to fix the septic tank. Personally, I didn't really care for the house that much. I'm the one who was like, I don't really want it. So even though we put an offer in, we had 24 hours where we could pull our offer back. And so we did. Once we found out, I believe it was in the disclosure. And if you're a realtor, please feel free to tell me if I'm using the wrong terminology. But I believe it was in the disclosure that they told us the septic tank needs to be replaced. That's when I was like, nah, I don't want that house. So we pulled out. The house fell through. And so I was fine with it because, again, I was heavily involved. I saw him sign the offer. I knew every step of what was going on. Our real estate agent, Scott, was amazing, but you will see when I get to it where he made a mistake as a real estate agent. So house number 2 fell through. We then moved on, saw a few more houses, and then we get to house number 3. I'm going to pause talking about the houses because now I need to introduce what happened with the cars. Stay tuned.
Cars.
Right.
Y'all got too damn much happening. This is way too much money, way too many contracts, way too many decisions being made by motherfuckers that ain't married. Way too many. It's way too much going on. It's too much moving. It's too much move. It's too much moving and grooving, as old people would say. But y'all ain't found your way to the altar, courthouse, none of that. All this is like 10 years worth of shit that went on in the course of damn 90 days. This too much. This way too much. This too much. This too much. What do you say? I can't believe you got me sitting here listening to this mess. I don't know what she gonna say, Prime. We all watching this together, but I have not pre-screened this shit. I have not. So we hearing it in real time together. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just anything. Picking that up ain't shit in there. Let me some more liquor. Never heard septic tank replacement cost that much. But I know, I think 11 is the most I've heard. No damn 20 stacks. I ain't never heard that. For that kind of money, we just dig a damn hole in the bed. You go out there when you need to go. Shit. This is what I'm saying. I want to hear them audio diaries. That's what I want to hear. Yeah. He said this Napoli ever could have, yeah, 2, maybe 3 video. Right. She gonna look for a white man next. She said $15,000 to $20,000 to fix the septic tank. She said fix. She didn't say nothing about replace. She said fix the septic tank. We don't fix septic tanks. If the shit broke, it gotta go. We're not fixing those septic tanks. Shit, no. You gotta take the same method to get in there and get to it. Whether you gonna take it out or fix it, take the shit out. But yeah, I've never heard of $20,000 for that. She said it's gonna fix it. He said get some Red-X. That Red-X, I'm telling you, is a life changer. Yeah. She said fix it. Yeah. We know fix. We know fix septic tanks. We get new ones. She got 3 million followers, y'all. This is ridiculous. Ridiculous. This is what I'm talking about. We just let's hear some more. Here we go, part 9.
All right. Part 9 of Who the Fuck Did I Marry? So we're pausing on the house stuff. Let me tell you about the car. So when I met my ex-husband, I was driving a 2012 Nissan Rogue, fully loaded. It had quite a few miles on it, but it got me from A to B. It was in good condition, but I was upside down in the car. He was driving a 2018 Ford Taurus, sport mode. I know he had a sport mode on the car, and I love driving that car. When he told me how he was a regional manager, he told me that one of the perks that came with the job was that he would be getting a company car. And so we spent time going to Range Rover of South Atlanta.
For what?
We spent time going to Jaguar. We spent time going to BMW. We spent time going.
Hold the hell on. When did you get to go pick out your company car? When that start? When did that start? You get to go pick out your company car. That don't even make good business sense. Because I'm here to tell you right now, let these clowns I work for come to me and be like, you know what, almondeyez, you've been here 7 years and we don't put you to some for real bullshit. We have not done right by you, and we know that. And in our attempt to make it right, we're gonna buy you a car, any kind of car you want. Y'all do realize I'm one way to the Audi dealership. One way for that A8. One way. And it ain't gonna be sitting on the lot. We building it. We go. Girl, this shit. She's making my head itch. She's so damn dumb. This is comments. You get to pick out your own company car. Okay. All right. Let me see what's going on, because I got to see how stupid is as stupid does. Like, for real. Stupid is as stupid does. Let me see. Yep. We be using too much logic and common sense around here, because this what she talk about ain't it. We using way too much logic and common sense. Septic tank repairs, 2, 3 maybe. Not no 20,000. This is what I'm talking about. I straightened out my wife for Elijah. Listen, I want to hear this. So y'all done been to the Range Rover dealership, the BMW dealership, the Audi dealership to spend somebody else's money. All right, let's see how this goes.
Going to Ford, which was on Mount Zion in Morrow, if you all are familiar with that area. He test drove a whole lot of cars. In the end, he decided on a BMW sedan. I was there when he test drove the car. I got in the car with him. I loved it. And he explained to the salesperson, you know, I'm getting a company car. I need to get a printout of the full price of the car, tax, tag, and title. Because what my company is going to do is wire over the money for the car. The salesperson was like, okay, you know, apparently that happens a lot. So he gave him a printout with the tax, tag, and title for the car. In front of me and the salesperson, he called the person in the finance department for his job. Obviously, I have no idea what this person's name is, but he called the person. He explained to them, this is the amount of money. He said the president of the company, so-and-so, has authorized for him to get the circumstances that all of this is happening. We're inside the dealership. We're sitting at the desk of this person. He gave us the printout. He's on the phone, doing business, basically saying, look, this is how much money the car is going to cost. He's taking a picture of it. He seemingly is texting someone saying, this is how much, this is proof of how much it is. Then he asked the BMW salesperson, I need your wire transfer information. He took me to Global BMW Imports, which, if you know anything about Atlanta, it's off of Cobb Parkway, but you can see it off the highway. I believe 285 is where you can see the Global Imports BMW dealership. He took me there. He had me test drive an X5, an X6. He also had me test drive, and unfortunately, the car got totaled about 2 months before he moved to Georgia. So he had received money, not a lot, but some money to get another car, and he used it to get the Ford Taurus because he was like, I just need a car that's going to get me from A to B until I get into a house and I'm much more settled. For him, he was like, I'm really giving myself 60 days to get settled here in Georgia after moving from California. But then he met me. Again, that's the story. So he had me test drive the BMW. So much so, I loved the BMW. Loved it. I wanted a dark blue BMW with cognac interior. I wanted an X5 and I wanted an M series. So I can clearly tell y'all that's exactly the car I wanted. We were online looking for that particular car because not every dealership had it. I was okay with a black BMW if needed. But I really wanted dark blue and I really wanted that cognac colored interior. So he felt like, I want you to consider all of a sudden an Audi Q8. Let's just see how you like it. Okay. If you don't really like it, then we will go back to the BMW. I cannot tell you why he switched up. I can't. But I can tell you he took me to an Audi dealership on Peachtree Industrial. He test drove an Audi and I test drove an Audi Q8. I loved the Q8. Loved it. But I was tired of test driving cars. By this point, I had test driven so many cars. Our weekends were spent either looking at a house or test driving cars. And I was picky, I will admit that. So he had me test drive the Q8. I really liked it. I finally just told him, look, I'm good with either the BMW or the Audi because I'm tired of test driving cars. He told my family he was buying me a new car because keep in mind, let me let y'all know. He had met my family initially on Zoom. because again, we were locked down. He had met my family. He also had met my family in person, because at this point it was like, look, if you're not showing any symptoms, maybe we can do family dinner. And so he had met my family in person.
Okay.
And now we will go ahead and move towards part 10 of this series.
Listen, because we had questions. We had a whole bunch of questions. Fake thought about she story gone wrong. Hi, how are you? Thank you for stopping by. Hi. Listen, child. Yeah, so she met this dude March of 2020, and we are in February of 24, and they already divorced. Already. They have gone through 10 years worth of stuff, and we still in July, I think. I think we still in July. Like it's been so much trauma and heartache and lies and depression and confusion and shit that has gone on. We still in July. We still in July. It's the bull. Foolishness. All right, let's see what we at. What's this 9-10? Is this getting? It's getting. Yeah.
Okay.
You got
part 10.
For this.
Who the fuck did I marry? Okay, had to sneeze. All right, so at this point, I had test driven all these cars, Kias. Hell, he even had me test drive a Nissan Murano, but the main two were BMW and Audi. He had told my grandfather he was getting me a car. He had told my aunt he was getting me a car. That he was going to. He was like, she's going to be my wife. I want her to be in something secure. So my family was really like, wow, wow, who knew that he had this kind of money? Yeah. And so I hated the fact that he did that, because anytime he got around my family, here's another red flag to put in the United Nations of red flags. He would always talk about money, and he would always brag. I never realized it in real time. I didn't realize it until I was out of the situation. He always bragged about the fact that he could fight, the fact that he had money, and the fact that he played football. Those are the three things he always bragged about. Back to the cars. So I told him, I was like, pick one between the BMW and the Audi, because you said you buying it. So pick one. So this man chose the Audi. So he takes me to the dealership. I wanted a white Q8. No. He does give me the printout of how much it's going to cost, tax, tag, and title, to get this Q8. Gentleman who's helping us gives him the printout. He's saying he's going to pay this money for the car out of the savings account that's offshore. That's the story. That's what he's saying. Right here. One thing that was not affected by COVID was damn digital transfer of fucking funds. Shit, that was the preferred method of getting some shit done. So when you wire money to offshore, no, that's a 3-day process at the most. At the most, as long as you have a authorization key code, because the key code has verified that the account is legit and the damn money's in there. As long as you got them two, you good as gold. That's damn near like having cash. We're gonna try this again. So this being COVID didn't have shit to do with none of that. He either had that money or he didn't. Okay, wait a minute, y'all. This ain't bad. I bought this cup last night. And it still got some ice in it. Okay. Being here experimenting. Yeah, no, ma'am. He either had that money or he didn't. But again, you've been riding.
Because see, now you going back to stuff that happened when you was pregnant, but we already that had the whole pregnancy and miscarriage story. This ain't working. This ain't working. We gon' yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
In terms of business as usual just was not happening in 2020 at this time. So when he's saying, oh, it's going to take a while for the bank to transfer the money, the gentleman who was working at Audi he didn't make a face. He didn't blink. He was like, I know it's going to take a while because of COVID. So basically what ends up happening is we leave. He has the printout. He calls the bank, or he calls his financial advisor, who does have a name. The financial advisor's name is Eric. I feel comfortable using certain people's names, especially if we find out they didn't exist. So he calls Eric. He tells Eric in front of me, hey, I need to transfer $72,526, whatever the amount was, because I'm buying a car for my fiance. This is the bank account information. Do you need me to give it to you over the phone, or do you need me to email it to you? Pause. I can't hear what the person's saying, but that's what he would do. Do you need me to give it to you over the phone, or can I email it to you?
You need to email it.
Okay. All right. Give me a few minutes and I'll go ahead and email it to you. All right. Let me know. I'll call you back to find out if you received it. Okay. Hang up. So I'm hearing this because, again, I'm not paying attention to, did I hear anybody on the other phone? Did I hear anybody on the other end? So he proceeds to type up an email, type up something, telling him this is the information that we need. I didn't think anything of it. He called me at work the next day to tell me that the money was sent to Audi, that he called Audi and he confirmed with Audi that they received the money. What he told me is that the car is going to be delivered to the house. Y'all, it's not that I lived in a hood, because I didn't, but I did not live in an area of Clayton County where you would have a brand new Audi delivered to your house.
But where the fuck?
So I remember saying to him, I don't want that car.
Hold it. So you didn't live in a type of area where you could have the car delivered, but you was gonna leave that bitch parked there? See how that don't make sense? You can't have nobody bring it, but you can leave it unattended for hours at a time in the same neighborhood. That don't even make no sense. That makes no sense. That doesn't make any sense. And is something wrong with me? That makes no sense. And then she keeps talking about, you're saying she don't want to do this in Clayton County. She don't want to do this in Clayton County. She don't want to. Why are you there? Sound like it's the hood. So what are y'all doing all this purchasing for? If he coming with a BMW, you coming with an Audi, but this is the type of neighborhood where you're not comfortable with having either one of these vehicles delivered there. Where they gonna be? What is going on? What am I missing, y'all? What am I missing? What am I missing? Don't bring it, but we're gonna leave it. Don't make no sense. This because yeah. I got questions, so let's hear.
Are like delivered to the house. Not yet, because I need to put that car in the garage, and my Nissan was, I only had a 1-car garage, so my Nissan was in the garage. So he said, okay, well, let me call them back and change the delivery date. Can you be home, or can you do a half day? So he's asking me, can you work a half day so that they can deliver the car and you will be home for it? I said, yes, that's fine. Because again, it's COVID. I'm working from home anyway. I only had to go in the office 2 days a week. So I'm at home the next day. He told me the car would point. I will be honest, and I told y'all I'll be honest even when it makes me look bad. I was guilty of, on one hand, I believed him, and on the other hand, I was like, let me see what lie he come up with. Let me just see. But keep in mind, my brain was really like not rationalizing, not comprehending how deep the lie was. I just thought that no one told him the car was going to be delivered, and he made that up. I had no idea how deep the lie went. So he said, you know, the car's in Spartanburg. It should be delivered this weekend. The weekend came, he had a whole other excuse. I don't remember what the exact excuse was as to why the car was never delivered. I do remember we got into an argument, and I was like, don't even worry about it. I'm going to get a new car my damn self. I don't even need your help. Which is probably one of the worst things you can tell a narcissist, because they love to be the hero. You know, it's all about them. But I was like, don't even worry about it. I'll get, when I have the money to get a car myself, I'll do it. I don't want to hear anything else about a new car. I don't want to hear shit else about a car. Because at this point, I was spending way too much time trying to figure out, are we getting a car? Are we getting a house? Like, what the fuck is going on? Always there was an excuse. So when I told him I don't want to hear anything else about a car, and I am not going to a dealership to test drive another car, that ended that whole discussion right there. So this is where I'm going to interject what I believe was happening. I believe that my ex-husband is the type of person, he gets off, nut. He gets off on you being excited about something that he knows you will never get. So I believe that he enjoyed going to car dealerships. He enjoyed watching me test drive a car and get excited about it,
absolutely,
knowing I was not going to get it. It is the level of cruelty. And again, I'm telling y'all stuff that I found out way later on. It is the level of cruelty that I still cannot comprehend. So the whole issue about the BMW and the Audi, I think he just enjoyed seeing me get excited and then pull it away. Part 11 coming up.
Listen, she so far she ain't lost a dime that she's admitted to. I haven't heard anything where she has lost any money. So I'm like, what is the point of all of this? What you say? You know this is must, but she's having a baby, buying a car, getting a house. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, having a baby, buying a house, getting a car, and in that order. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. In less than 6 months. Because we're not even close to the 6-month mark. No. We at this point we have not gotten to them moving out her house. So I don't know. So what is she complaining about after the first incident? She should exactly. I don't know. But now keep in mind, you talking about is she losing money? Hell no, she making money because he paying all the bills. She still work, but he paying all the bills. Is she still capping? She lying? All right, because we gonna have to wrap this up. So let's see if we can get another one in. Because this what was that, 10? All right, 11. It's back nighttime again, y'all.
All right, part 11. So for this part, I'm just going to give you some backstory on the family. Pause all the stuff about the house, pause the stuff about the car. This is backstory on his family, my ex-husband's family. All right, follow me. My ex-husband's parents, mom and dad, are both deceased. Mom passed away from cancer. Dad passed away shortly after her. I'm not sure what he passed away from. So he has a number of siblings. He has two, with his parents, he has two brothers. One is older, lives in Philly. One is younger by 2 years, lives in Nashville. He has two sisters. One, Shantae, is older, lives in Douglasville with her husband and two kids, a boy and a girl. Younger sister, Kim, is the baby, lives in Augusta with her husband, worked at, I think he told me, Procter & Gamble. That was the story. He had two half brothers that were through his dad. One brother lived in Baltimore. The other brother lived in Augusta. The brother that lived in Augusta, I have physically met in person, shook hands, hugged, all that. The brother that lived in Baltimore, I have FaceTimed with, talked to him. The brother that lived in Philly, the older brother that he looked up to, I have never talked to him on the phone. I would always talk to him through my ex-husband. So the conversation would be like, hey, babe, brother, hey, from starting around July after the grandmother passed away, he would talk to John every morning. We both would be getting ready for work and he would be on the phone with John. They would be talking for 30, 40 minutes, talking about football, talking about other siblings. They would be talking about cars. It was really like not a big deal. They would talk about the brother in Baltimore. They would talk about the brother in Augusta. And then they would reminisce. This is the conversations I could hear. Let me explain. When I say I can hear a conversation, what that means is I am physically standing near him or next to him where I could hear him with the phone up to his ear talking to someone, because it wasn't me. Okay. I may not hear the other person because the phone call may not be on speakerphone. But what I hear is, for example, I hear, hey man, what y'all doing? Oh, for real? Y'all barbecuing this weekend? What y'all making? Oh, that's what's up. Nah, I think me and her are gonna stay in this weekend because, you know, these numbers is looking crazy with COVID. Yeah, she over here. She's sitting right here. She watched the TV. Okay, hold on. John said, hey. Hey, John. You heard her? Okay. All right, bro. I just wanted to check in on you. That's the type of conversation I'm explaining. Okay, so I hope that gives a little more clarity about the type of conversations I'm hearing. So, I don't know why this light keeps going out. Okay.
Come on with this.
That's how he would talk to his siblings. The grandmother passed away. He called me around April or May and told me that his grandmother passed away. His grandmother, on his dad's side, had died suddenly from COVID. She had symptoms. She went to bed and did not wake up. He was distraught. He was crying. He wasn't eating. He was just sitting there, listening to music, not watching TV, just sad, because he was like, you know, my grandmother was always my support system. So from what I saw, it really bothered him. I did not think anything of it. I'm one of those people. If you tell me somebody in your family passed away, I'm gonna believe you, because I don't play about death. And I guess I expect other people don't either. However, that is not the same for everyone else, but we'll get there. So family, he had his sister Shantae, who lived in Douglasville. Like I said, she was married with 2 kids. Apparently she was a nurse. So when I had my miscarriage, that was a sister that he was like, my sister will take you to the hospital. Like, that's what family does. Okay. I had never met Shantae. I've been on the phone, or excuse me, I've been around him when he was on the phone with Shantae. Never heard her part of the conversation. But he would be talking to his sister. That's what he said. That's what it sounded like too. Now, what is interesting is that we lived maybe 35, 40 minutes away from Douglasville. So there were plenty of times that he had invited me to go with him to his sister's house. Okay, cancel the barbecue, the get together, whatever. And so I was just like, oh man, okay, well, hopefully we can go another time. It didn't happen close enough for me to have red flags, if that makes sense. But at this point, as y'all probably like, girl, you so blind. But again, I didn't think anything of it, because it's like, okay, it fell through. We'll see. We'll reschedule. And so we just went out to eat, and then he talked to another brother, the brother from Augusta that he would have on speakerphone. So it was like, I didn't think anything of it. I really didn't. Man, and the more I talk about it, the more I realize, like, I'm not a dumb person, but it just never dawned on me. Like I said, I don't play about death. So I was just like, wow, because of these
about your baby
deaths, he became a stickler about COVID.
You turned that
and
into
when I mean a stickler, wear
fiasco.
your mask, wear gloves, hand sanitize, wash your hands. Like, he was annoying about making sure neither one of us caught COVID. So now I'm gonna give you the backstory in regards to what I was told with the ex-wife. All right, part 11.
All right, y'all. She about to get on my nerves. Yeah, he having 45-minute imaginary conversations multiple times a day with people. Girl, shut the hell up. Okay, y'all, we on part 11. Right there. We're gonna press pause on this nonsense for right now, because I got to go get ready, because the Wendy Williams interview is about to come on. I will be back on after I finish moderating over on the Real Bravado Network to give y'all the rundown of what's going on with Miss Wendy. We're gonna pick this back up maybe tomorrow. At least we get a few in tomorrow, and then we can get a further deeper dive into it on Monday. But I'll be back, because we got to tell y'all about Wendy. Touch on Fanny. Hopefully we can get to Fanny tonight. We might have to hit her off in almondeyez 78 after dark. But I appreciate all of y'all for hanging out, because we have officially crossed the 4-hour mark. It helped me to dissect this nonsense. I still got questions. But again, I will be back later on this evening. You guys, please pop through. The Wendy interview, review update, it's probably gonna look different. I'm gonna test out the new vertical screen option. We're gonna see how that works. So I'll see y'all in a little bit. I'm about to go back here and pull things together and get ready for Miss Wendy, and I'll be back with all of that info. So again, y'all, I appreciate y'all for hanging out for a little while and taking a look at this foolishness and fuckery. And I will see y'all in a little bit.